Payments under $300 a month. Every new vehicle with 0% for 60 months. We have the vehicle to fit almost any budget at the Frank Lita Automotive Outlet in Bridgeton. Yes, Lita.com. Yes, Lita.com. U24 Mirage, 19,675, down $290 a month, 72 months at 2% APR plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Want more blues talk? Check out the Last Minute Blues podcast with Alex Ferrario, Donnie Fandango, and Jeremy Rutherford on 101 ESPN. The guys bring you the latest news and nuggets on your St. Louis Blues.
The Last Minute Blues podcast is presented by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Your St. Louis roofing experts. Visit BlueNoteRoofing.com for a free inspection. Watch or listen to the Last Minute Blues podcast now at 101ESPN.com.
WXOS HD1 East St. Louis. 101 ESPN is driven by Auto Centers Nissan, home of the lifetime warranty and 30.
None of us were happy with the results we've had. Our goal is always to get into the playoffs, and we've done it for many, many years. So our goals have been reached a great majority of the time. We're not there now, and we haven't been for a couple of years. So, I understand their frustration. They love the Cardinals. They love the Cardinals winning, and, as I said, we have a history of winning, and we're going to make every effort to get back to that.
Let's get nasty on a Tuesday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 202 Your Time Check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Did Chaim Bloom, who spoke to the media and to Cardinal Nation earlier today, did he provide any hope to you among the Cardinal faithful? Leave us a mic drop today. Leave us a Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. We want to hear from you. We want to know your thoughts on Chaim Bloom addressing the media and fans for the first time since taking over for John Mozeliak, which is today. We'll play a lot of the audio that came from today's press conference and, of course, react to it. But we do want your thoughts on whether or not Chaim Bloom provides you any hope, anything that stood out to you positively, negatively, indifferently. What are your thoughts? Leave us a mic drop. For you guys, did Bloom, what was the biggest takeaway you had?
I just thought to myself when I was listening to it initially and listening to what Chaim Bloom was saying, one, I didn't get much. You're not going to get much content out of what he actually said because he's unable to do anything right now. It's not like he's going to kick open the front door and just make 100 changes right as his first press conference is happening, like running down the list of things I did today, getting ready for this. That's not what was going to happen.
Right.
What I thought to myself, though, is he's a good communicator. Already a step ahead of where the past regime was. At least where John Mozeliak ended in the last 3, 4, 5 years. His tone, almost tired, his fatigue, comes across. He did come across at times as snarky or arrogant to the fan base. I think it was time. I think that it was time for him to move on. There was Mo fatigue, and even from the individual himself. Whereas today, Chaim Bloom was a new voice. He was very direct. He answered things very honestly, at least to my knowledge, and he kind of mapped it out. Like, this is where we're going. He basically said, we're not going to go through a full tear down and a rebuild. It's not what we're going to do. But the focus is on the future. So that's the messaging. Oh, wow. You mean you actually told us what you're going to do? Oh, okay. So if nothing else, I felt like Chaim Bloom with a new voice. There was no net. There was no, like, I know that sounds petty, but people were tired of the big words, the net, the whatever you want to call it, the Moisms.
Yeah.
And Chaim Bloom.
Almost like being in a business efficiency meeting.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
A business efficiency meeting. Right.
Well played, Carey.
Like here's all the strategic elements of what we're doing. Like, great, we don't know what the fast lane you're talking about.
And sometimes, and look, this is not a crap on Mo day. It's not, because I think the man worked his butt off for a long time for this organization, did the best he could. But you just at times felt like he used a lot of big words and fancy things and described it in a very difficult way, almost so it seemed like it was more difficult than what it appeared to be, what he was doing. And make you feel almost dumber, like, oh boy, I don't really know what he said, but that's why he's our president. You know? Like,
right.
So anyways, getting back on task, I thought Chaim Bloom had some pretty good messaging. I thought it was pretty straightforward. I thought he was engaging. I thought he was way more relatable.
I agree. I think just the tone of the conversation, I think, is different, maybe more relatable than what you have become accustomed to, and I think that's important. But I also think that the most important thing is he has a boss, right? We have this expectation that Mo was the problem and Mo didn't do this and Mo. If I'm your boss and I give you a certain amount of money to play with or to be able to use, now you use this money at your discretion, but I'm only giving you this amount of money. You figure it out how you're going to spend it. That's what Chaim Bloom is going to be dealing with as well. If you think that Mo didn't want to go out and sign Shohei Ohtani, or he didn't want to go out and sign Bryce Harper, or he didn't want to go out and put free agent whatever X in that spot and pay them whatever they were getting paid, you're probably crazy. Because I'm sure he's looking at it and saying, well, yeah, that guy would definitely help our team. Yeah, Garrett Cole would look good in the Cardinals uniform. Like, whenever that player was a free agent, but you have to understand that he only had so much money to spend, and it wasn't his money to spend. Someone is telling him, this is what you can do with this amount of money. You get who you can. And so Chaim Bloom is going to be under those same restrictions. Now, your hope is some of the trades or some of the free agent signings tend to turn out to be better than what those were for Mozeliak. But who the hell knows? When you make a trade, you don't know who won the trade until a few years down the line. We're still trying to figure out who won the Matthew Liberatore-Randy Arozarena trade. We don't know because you still don't know what Matthew Liberatore is. You kind of have an idea of what Randy Arozarena is, but you don't know what Matthew is. So it takes time. And he's going to be dealing with restrictions and some constraints and some things that he's unable to do. But hopefully, the route that the Cardinals are going now with pitching, which is why you always say pitching matters, which is why you picked the Seattle Mariners and not your father's New York Yankees and broke your father's heart yesterday.
For the Stalters.
You broke your father's heart yesterday.
He's crying. I can see it on his text messages.
He was very hurt and distraught by that. But you say pitching matters, and it seems that the Cardinals are trending or trying to go in that direction. And if that's the case, if you're not able to spend money, but you are able to draft, develop, find hidden gems in some pitching prospects that maybe you trade for, then maybe you have a chance to be good. But if you are expecting Chaim Bloom to, like Jamie said, kick in the damn door, and I'm going to, whoever the highest free agent is this offseason, he'll be a St. Louis Cardinal, you're crazy. Because that's not what he's going to do, because that's not what his bosses want to do. And he has a boss. And as long as you have a boss, you don't make the damn rules. You play by the rules that are given to you. So, for me, that's what it is.
Text line's popping up here. Sorry, before Marcia goes. They're still angry. Like, that was the same word salad. He didn't say that. What did you want him to say? I guess that's why you tease the mic drops.
Yeah.
So instead of texting us all day here with your opinion on it, which is fine, you can. The Air Comfort Service text line is always open, 314-399-9646. Please, leave us a mic drop. And if you have something to say about this, like, tell us. Marshy, go ahead, buddy. Sorry.
It sounds like to me that he has a plan, and he intends to see that plan all the way through, even if it takes a little bit. So, the team's been bad, but ultimately we're in a new spot now, and we just have to trust the guy. And so I'm going to choose to trust the guy. He seems like a smart dude, and at the end of the day, we just got to be patient, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Come
damn
on,
it,
Marsh.
Marshy.
People are already pissed.
Can we get the old Marsh back?
No.
Can we get?
No, I like this one.
You did this, though.
No, Anthony did
You've
this.
been working on this for years, and you finally got him to look at him.
Look how proud he is of himself.
Anymore.
Look at that, chest out, head up high. That's my boy over there.
Oh, my goodness.
Here's my take from
you.
It's fine. It's my fault.
Get in line.
Here's my take. I didn't get anything from this press conference today. Not a damn thing. It seemed very, and I'm not saying this in any sort of criticism. I'm just flat out telling you my thought process as I'm listening to the entire press conference. I didn't get anything out of it. Not a damn thing. It was very prepared. I thought it was smart from Chaim Bloom to bring up Branch Rickey and to bring up some of the, George Kissel and to bring up Whitey Herzog. Like, he hit all the key players in Cardinals' hearts. I was waiting for him to bring up Tony La Russa, Dave Duncan, Yadi Molina.
That's too close to the Mosaic era.
You're right.
You got to stay a little bit away from that.
He did it very well. Like, prepared statement. This is exactly what I want to say. He dove into the history. He hit all the key buzzwords. And then he didn't wind up saying a damn thing, which I don't blame him, by the way, because you're not going exactly. He's not going to give you his entire game plan right out the gates.
This is annoying.
And if you expected that, to Jamie's point, I think is about what he's
fired up, Carey. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Jamie's about to make a similar point.
Probably.
If you were expecting him to do that, that's a you problem. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, sorry, Coach. I get fired up sometimes, Anthony, and then I overstep, and I'll get back in line here. No, I just don't know what you expected. Like, he's not going to come into his first press conference and say, "Hey, thank you very much, people of St. Louis. It's an honor to be president of the Cardinals." First thing we're going to do is we're trading Lars Nootbaar. Right. We're going to get rid of Nolan Arenado. We're looking to move Sonny Gray. We've talked to Wilson Contreras, and we will make his life miserable until he accepts the trade. Further to that, Nolan Gorman's days are done here wearing the birds and the bat. Jordan Walker's on thin ice, and that's just where that's our starting point.
Yeah.
Questions, please?
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
But he's not going to submarine players' values to the media before he gets on the phone to try to trade some of these guys. You're absolutely right, Jamie.
That was my thought there.
I'm with you on that. I did not expect anything. I was hoping that when the media did they did a great job. Derek Gould was there. Our good buddy Randy Carricker was there. I think Katie Wu, John Denton. We heard all the names, or we heard all the voices. I mean. They did a great job asking questions, and he did a great job of kind of sidestepping things. I hope that when the question portion started, that maybe he'd give us a little peek into it, but he really didn't. He didn't, and good for him. You're not going to outline everything, because guess what we're going to do? Hold him to it.
Oh, Mo should have learned that about 4 years ago.
We're going to hold him to it. You said on September 30th... that X, Y, and Z. He didn't. Now, I did get a little annoyed with some of the recalling that Bill DeWitt did when it came to the track record of the Cardinals. We know you've been a successful organization.
It's sales 101, Anthony.
We know.
Don't tell me about how bad the product is.
The people are pissed because your standards have lowered. That's why people are frustrated. If you were a crap organization, if you had no success, the people would be like, okay, yeah, try your best.
People
Go for
wouldn't
it.
care right now.
They wouldn't. You set the standard, or your organization set the standard of winning. So we're well aware of the winning. Your standards have lowered. That's why people are pissed. So stop with the, hey, well, by the way, done a lot of winning around here. And we haven't really done it lately. But you know what we have done? A lot of winning in the past.
Take a look at those 11 banners.
Stop trying to pacify people that are understanding and have lived through the situation.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got that vibe too, and I told you guys in the office, there's the one thing that I wasn't thrilled with that Bill DeWitt Jr. said was, we're a mid-market team, and then he says, well, really more like a small market team.
Right.
That that plays up or whatever. He
punches up, basically.
He didn't say punches up. He used some other words for it. I'm paraphrasing, but I was like, why? Like, I understand this. We have an advertising company up in Canada. I have salespeople who are they make their living selling.
Right.
And there's strategies to sales. And that is one of them, is always portray your company or your product to be giving more than what they can really afford to do, but we want to go above and beyond for you, the customer. That's fine. But this is St. Louis. This is the Cardinals. I think it's okay to put yourself in the mid-market bucket. I don't think you're a small market. I just don't. And the money that you've brought in has been mid-market to upper market going back a decade, of course. Not so much now. Now you're definitely mid-market.
Right.
Just accept it, embrace it, be the Brewers. We're a mid-market team. We're going to draft, we're going to develop, we're going to trade for the right pieces. Like, that's what I would be trying to sell to Cardinals fans right now is we're not going to be the Yankees. We're not going to be the Dodgers. We're not going to be the Mets. Obviously, that's not working over there either, the way they're doing it. But we do think there are models currently in Major League Baseball that we can learn from, and we can adapt some of what they're doing as far as strategies. The Brewers, the Rays, the Guardians, like there are teams that are making it work while not blowing a whole bunch of money out there.
Right. Plenty more to come on Chaim Bloom's press conference. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. By the way, Splashback Deuce brought up a good point, too. He goes, missed the playoffs 6 out of 10 years. It is how you phrase things. And I guess that's what DeWitt was doing.
Yeah, that's sales.
But if he came out and said, look, we're ticked off because we haven't made the playoffs in 6 out of the last 10 years, I would almost feel like, okay, cool.
That would have had more
at
impact.
least aware. Yeah. All right. There was a couple of things that came out of last night's Monday night football games that were awful, by the way. One of which was the biggest, potentially the biggest trade piece is out for the year, if not longer. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN. Well, Tyreek Hill suffered a nasty injury last night after he was tackled out of bounds. The cornerback kind of, and I don't blame the cornerback on this, but he was tackling Tyreek Hill and make sure that he was out and kind of landed and then twisted the leg of Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill shredded his knee.
Well, that wasn't the leg that got shredded. Was the one that got stuck in the ground.
That's true.
Yeah, it wasn't the. I mean, it was a good tackle
on
by
the
the corner,
tackle.
but it was
Yeah.
on the tackle. I had to look at it like 3 or 4 times to see which leg it was, and you can see his leg plant. His body weight still kind of going forward. Said he dislocated his knee and tore multiple ligaments in his knee. And, you know, you were looking at a video earlier. The concern is now, are you rupturing anything in terms of like the blood, the arteries or anything in the back of your knee? So it could have been a very serious injury. Hopefully everything is okay. But yeah, it was a gruesome injury, and football is full of those from time to time.
So the question now, though, is the Dolphins. All the rumors were the Dolphins were going to trade Tyreek Hill by the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the Dolphins were going to get out of him. I mean, some projected a 3rd round pick because that's what Devontae Adams went for when he was dealt last year. And then there was another wide receiver that got dealt, I believe, last season, and that was a 3rd round compensation as well. I'll have to remember who it was. But given his off-field issues, I don't know if you're going to get a 3rd round pick. I think the value was more so last year, and he was having a down year because of a wrist injury. Mm-hmm. So the Dolphins, when it's all said and done, are the team that gave up big contract compensation to the Chiefs. They did make the playoffs the first 2 years with Tyreek Hill, but the end of this contract is going to look nasty for the Dolphins. They are not going to be able to trade him. So the one big trade piece is now off the market. That's one of the biggest takeaways from last night. Now, Carey, there was 2 Monday Night Football games, and I know you had another takeaway on the other game that went beyond what we watched, which was just miserable football from Cincinnati's perspective.
The Bengals. Yeah, they stink. Yeah, terrible. Did you remember how I looked at you when you said you took the Bengals plus 7.5? Mm-hmm. I thought you were crazy. I think I was right.
But you thought I took them in the pool.
I did, but if you took them at any point, hey, you're crazy.
Sometimes I just say, you know what? What's the one pick that everybody thinks will never happen? You know, like the Giants over the Chargers. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I overthought it.
That worked.
You know, I took a calculated risk. It backfired.
The Bengals are terrible.
No regrets. You know?
Yeah, that too. The Bengals are terrible. They're terrible up front. They got their star quarterback injured because they can't protect long enough. He holds the ball a little bit too long as well. But they don't protect well enough. They spent a lot of money in the receivers market this offseason, re-signing their 2 guys. How'd that working out for them?
No, well.
Not great. You got 2 guys that you can't get the ball to, and there is a level of frustration going on there because Jake Browning, he's probably a really good guy, but he ain't Joe Burrow. Same initials, actually. Yeah, JB.
That's what they thought.
That's what they like. Oh, we got JB. No, it's not the same guy.
Same guy.
Nah. Same initials. Not the same guy. So they're going to stink this year. And Zach Taylor's probably going to get fired.
Why would you fire him?
Well, because he can't win.
Is it a good look when Jamar Chase is scolding you on the sidelines of your own team?
Probably not.
That's probably not great.
Troy Aikman was flat out laughing. Like, I've been there. Joe Buck. Joe Buck was like, anybody in particular that you're thinking about, a receiver yelling at people? Joey's like, none that came to mind. Yeah, I mean, those are receivers. You know what it kind of looked like? It looked like the Dolphins last year. Mm-hmm. Oh, the Bengals this year are going to be the Dolphins last year.
Yeah,
where you got the 2 main receivers.
And your quarterback is injured.
Yeah.
Tua was out, and they had, guys that couldn't even get the ball completed. Mm-hmm. And so last night, I think Jake Browning threw for, 135 yards, something like that? If that. Yeah. They're not going to have any success.
You know, I thought this was another example, and I know Tyreek Hill got hurt, but when you build from the outside in, you're going to have issues. Mm-hmm. I know that Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are phenomenal receivers. I get it. But when you're allocating those funds to the wide receiver, and then you got to pay the quarterback, of course, there's not much left to go around on defense or the offensive line. Good luck. And the Dolphins are built in a similar way. Mike McDaniel fell in love with the idea of putting Tyreek Hill in his offense.
Yeah.
And they also took Jalen Waddle where? In the first round. What do the Dolphins not have? A defensive and offensive line. I know they won last night, but
Right.
There's no secret here. Teams that are constantly like, we love the receiver. Okay. How about the Panthers? Last two picks, first round picks, both on wide receivers. And I get it. McMillan looks great.
Yeah.
Leggett doesn't
He doesn't.
at all.
He doesn't.
That's a first round wide receiver.
He's doing more off the field than on the field.
Yes.
Like in terms of like riding horses and eating raccoon, and he's a country boy. But
When teams are like, hey, we gotta get wide receivers. We gotta get wide receivers to support our quarterback. No. Build the O-line and the defense.
well, you should always build the interior offensive line. You should build the offensive line out, and that generally allows you to figure out, what other places you need to build in. Like you can have a first round quarterback. He could be the greatest quarterback of all time, but if you can't protect him, and Joe Burrow is a prime example. Like they have a Hall of Fame talent at quarterback, but they can't get him. They can't keep him protected. You go to the Super Bowl, you lose that game. Jamar Chase was wide open that Joe Burrow was trying to get the ball to
Before Aaron Donald.
because Aaron Donald is right there and he plays defense and he's a stellar future Hall of Fame defensive lineman. Right? You got to be able to protect these guys, and if you don't, then you're going to have a rough time at it. And that's where the Bengals are. That's where the Dolphins have been. There's a bunch of quarterbacks in this league that if they had a good offensive line or a decent offensive line, their stats would probably be a lot better than what they are.
Or just a better team.
A better team.
Because we've seen it now.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that a little bit later on, too. All right. I got a question for you guys in relation to the MLB postseason and who you guys are kind of rooting for. And I'll tie it back to the Cardinals and their future. Next on 101 ESPN. Jamie, I love having an expert in my corner when it comes to things that I don't know about, which happen to be a lot, let's be honest.
Wasn't going to say it, but...
You felt it. You know it. And Stewie's our guy for that. Stewie, when it comes to mortgages, loans, debt consolidation, questions about, he was talking yesterday about divorces and how that could impact how you approach your home and dividing assets and things. Stewie knows it all about this. So to have somebody like Stewie in our corner that we can call on his personal cell phone number, which we'll give you in a second, to ask questions that are going to help us save money over the long haul, man, he's invaluable.
Yeah, Stewie is more than just a business transaction. Like for myself personally, he's become a really good friend. And, Stewie and I worked together for a number of years, but then going through the process of buying a home while going through a divorce, all the things that were going on, Stewie and I got to become friends. And that's kind of what happens. Talking to other people who deal with Stewie is because he's so involved and because he's so genuine, you have a relationship with Stewie, and then he calls back when the rates get lower. He wants to refinance your loan. He's always looking to help you out. And quite honestly, in a world that's so confusing, like you said, so many things that we don't have answers to, it's nice to know that somebody's in our corner pulling for us. Mm-hmm. So give Stewie a call on his personal cell phone number. That number is 314-324-4440.
Again, that number is 314-324-4440.
Call, text, day or night, doesn't matter. Tell them that Anthony and Jamie sent you in. If you can't remember that, what can you do?
You can always Google the Bagel Loan.
NMLS number 226715.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. Chaim Bloom addressed the media today. We are going to react to what he had to say throughout the show. We want to know your thoughts as well. Leave us a Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop or text us at 314-399-9646. That is the Air Comfort Service text line. We'll go over that throughout the day. And we want to know your thoughts, so make sure you chime in as well. MLB postseason is underway, and we will discuss Major League Baseball's playoff next, right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
The MLB postseason is going on right now. The Tigers are trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead over the Guardians as they head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Skubal was fantastic in this game. He, at one point, had struck out 11. Let me see what he finished with. Yeah, that's it. No, 14.
Sucked to have a guy like that.
14 he finished with. Whew. 7 2/3, allowed 1 run, walked 3, 14 Ks for the Tigers ace, so we'll see if Detroit can hold on again to a 2-1 lead in Cleveland. They're already started in Chicago, where the Padres have a 1-0 lead over the Cubs. That one's early. It's only in the bottom of the second, but Bogart's double made the game 1-0, and that's where it stands. My question to you guys is, John Mozeliak talked yesterday about the size of the market impacting what you can do from a front office standpoint in Major League Baseball. And he's not wrong. I mean, if you got the Dodgers fast lane money, go for it. You can spend as much as you want. You can get creative with your spending and have an all-star roster. Philadelphia, same thing. The Yankees can spend. The Red Sox, when they're willing, they can spend. You know all the players. Mm-hmm. Are you guys rooting for some of the small market teams in this postseason?
When you say small market, you're talking
I'm talking about Brewers.
Small market or mid-market?
And the Tigers?
Small to mid.
Matters.
Small to mid. The Tigers, I think, can be a mid-market team
because they're
at times can spend.
That is not a mid-market team. That family has so much money.
Well, so does the family down the street here, but
how much
they call themselves mid?
But yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
How much are you willing to spend?
There you go.
No. I mean, there aren't enough small market teams in.
The only reason why I asked this is this. Because, Carey, you had listed all of the teams that made the postseason and where they rank when it comes to the salaries. You did this yesterday.
Would you like for me to do it again?
Sure. Most of the teams that are spending are in the postseason, right?
Dodgers are number 1. Okay. Phillies are number 3. Yankees are number 4. Cubs are number 5.
Okay, so what would you say? 3 teams, or is that 4?
4.
4 of the top 5.
I skipped the Mets. They're not in.
Okay.
Padres are number 6. Toronto is number 7. Boston is number 11. Seattle is number 12.
Okay, so 6 MLB postseason teams are in the top 10 in terms of spending, and 8
in the top 12.
12. Okay. The reason why I ask this is we know that the Cardinals are not going to be a team that spends big. They're going to be right in the middle, or maybe at some point they get back into the top 12. Whether you want to call that a mid-market team, whatever, I don't care. We just know that they're not going to spend like the top 5 teams. Do you hope that it can be done by a team like Milwaukee, who you may not try to emulate, but you're going to be more down that path as a Cardinals team than the Dodgers, Phillies, Yankees. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to spend, right? Don't you want to be able to see it happen?
I think it matters. I think it matters how you spend your money.
Absolutely.
You talk about Detroit is right there at number 14, and Milwaukee is at 17. The Cardinals are at 18. So you're not that far off in terms of where you're ranked. Now, the money being spent, Detroit 157 and the Cardinals are 131. So 25 more million? Is my math right?
Yeah, one starting pitcher.
Guy.
I am.
One starting pitcher.
26 more million dollars?
Yeah.
But he might be right. One starting pitcher, one ace. Could be the difference in being in the playoffs and watching the playoffs. So I don't know if it matters. It doesn't matter how much you're willing to spend. It matters how you're spending it.
Absolutely.
What are you getting in return for the money that you're spending? Are you spending it well and wisely and getting players that can actually play at the top of their level, that can compete, versus a roster that is being paid $350 million? Because just because you're getting paid a lot of money doesn't make you a better team.
No, Carey, I completely agree with that.
Exactly.
My question is, the Brewers, let's just take Milwaukee, who finished with baseball's best record. Mm-hmm. Not a team that spends. They spend wisely, to your point, right? But if they don't have postseason success, this is what people often fall back on. Would they win in the postseason?
But is that... I don't think that's indicative of not having a good team, because you have the best record for 162 games. So you must be a really good team, right?
Unless what the approach you're taking doesn't work for a postseason.
Well,
which is my point.
So let's just pump the brakes here for a second, because what you guys are saying right now, what you're describing, is kind of the Cardinals.
Correct.
Because the Cardinals were getting into the playoffs, but then Cardinals fans were like, "But what have you done for me?" So it is it's like a tight wire, right? Because you're walking the tightrope or whatever, because you want to be a team that's good enough to get into the postseason every year, but then you don't want to just be identified as, because you get playoff fatigue.
Exactly.
And that's what happens here at Cardinal Nation, is they got playoff fatigue. Oh, it's okay, we got in. No, like, big deal, we got in the playoffs. Yeah, but now what?
I think that's different, though. I think... You okay? No.
Jose Ramirez just made...
A blunder?
An egregious error. Yeah. Oh, man. So, sorry, since I reacted. Hold on. Let me just describe it.
I try to remember what I was saying.
My bad.
I know.
Carey, write it down for a second. Jose Ramirez tripled to lead off the inning. Next batter struck out. Next batter, dribbler up the middle to the pitcher, and Jose Ramirez got caught in dead man's land.
What was he doing there?
The
pitcher had eyeballs on him the entire time, and he got caught.
You either have to go on contact, like that's it, man. You sell out
and force him to make a throw.
Force him to make a
and
throw.
Hopefully it's a bad one.
Or you better be right. Yeah. And that
he was wrong.
That made him just cost us. So now the Tigers up 2-1. Bottom of the ninth.
2 outs.
2 outs. Go ahead. Sorry, Carey.
So what I was going to say to Jamie's point, making it in, to me, is vastly different from having the best record in the league. Like, if you're the best team in all of baseball, which the Brewers were this season, that's different than just the third wild card and you just made it in.
How many times in the last 5 years have the Brewers won the division?
Won the division or been the best team in baseball? Because those are two.
I'm not fighting with you. I'm just asking the question.
3 times, 2 or 3 times. But that's a difference from being the best team in baseball, meaning you got the best. You are the best team all year for the entire season, versus you could be the number 1 seed and be one of the worst teams in terms of record. Somebody got to win the division. So for me, that's a difference right now where the Brewers are. They're the best team in baseball. They have everything in front of them. And if they don't win, yeah, it's disappointing, but it's not like what the Cardinals the philosophy seems to be is, well, we just get in and see what happens. So you make it to the dance and you find a partner.
So if the Brewers this year get beat by the Padres or the Cubs,
it's disappointing. It is a disappointing.
But the Brewers now have won the division 3 out of the last 5 years, and they're the best team in baseball. Should Brewers fans be fatigued with just getting in the playoffs?
No.
But then why do Cardinals fans get to be fatigued?
Because if you're just getting, I think that's the difference. If you are the best team and you're winning your division versus being the third wild card and just getting in, that's where the fatigue sets in, because you're not doing enough. It's hard as hell. Jamie, you know this. It's hard as hell to win a championship. Mm-hmm. Because it is one of the hardest things in the world to do. I truly believe that. Only one team wins every year. It is hard as hell. You got to have luck. You got to stay healthy. You got to hit timely hitting, timely defense when you're playing in hockey.
The stars have to align perfectly.
Everything has to align perfectly. Yeah. Maybe a star for another team gets banged up going into that series. Oh, hey. For us, when we won the Super Bowl, we got the hell kicked out of us by the Tennessee Titans. And if we would have had we were the number 2 seed, we had a first round bye. But if we would have had to go to Tennessee, that would have been a hell of a game. You know what happened? Baltimore beat the hell out of them, and Baltimore had to come to us. That aligned perfectly. We had already beat the hell out of Baltimore twice that year. It was no fear, no worry, no concern. So sometimes things have to align perfectly for you to win a championship. I don't think the Brewers should be, or their fans should be disappointed if they don't win, because they are the best team in baseball. And for the last 3 out of 5 years, they've been the best team in their division. They are ascending in the right direction. Their championship window seems to be right there, seems to be open. But if you are a team that is just barely skating, like if the Cardinals made the playoffs this year, oh, good. Congratulations. You'll be out in 3 games like you were against the Phillies a few years ago.
Dang.
Wow, text line's here in the studio.
Am I wrong?
Oh.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Okay, no, if they made the play, we don't know. They hadn't played those games, Carey.
Jamie, I see what you're doing.
I'm just saying.
Because I'm in the studio with you.
You don't know.
Everyone knows what you're doing.
You just don't know.
The New York.
That's baseball.
The New York Football Jets fell last night to the Miami Dolphins, which means Marsh gets punished next. We'll ask him what the hell went wrong as well. And by the way, the Tigers did hold on.
They did.
So that Jose Ramirez base running blunder cost them dearly. All right, NFL Pick'em Challenge presser next on 101 ESPN.
U.S. farmland, probably not something you expected to hear when you're talking about a smart investment. Well, it is. In fact, purchasing U.S. farmland is one of the smartest, most stable investments out there. You get steady returns on your money, long-term growth. and just you don't have that headache of waking up every morning trying to watch the stock market, wondering if your stocks are up or down or whatever. No, take the steady investment, one that will appreciate year after year and make you money. And AgVest is the company that can help you do that. They've been helping people for several years now, over 10 years, and they are licensed in 10 states. AgVest can maximize the value your farmland as well if you own it, for full service management from sourcing and diligence to rent and tenant selection. All you have to do, whether you're looking to purchase farmland or if you own farmland and need some help selling it or setting up everything properly, call Chris Bronner at AgVest. His number 618-520-7022. That's 618-520-7022, or visit agvestadvisors.com. Remember to buy land. They're not making it anymore.
The Jets lost, which means Marsh lost in week 4 of our NFL Pick'em Challenge. We are now tied with the Rizzuto show following 4 weeks. So, guys, we need to pick back up here, all right? We're not the Cardinals. We're not going to just highlight the wins.
No. What we did yesterday is no good anymore.
Yeah. Carey led us. No, I'm sorry. Kylie led us. BK led us with 13. Carey finished with 12 points. I had 11. Jamie with 9. He survived, though, because Marsh had 8. So Marsh will face one shot. Now, Marsh, would you like the press conference now, or would you like it after you get shot with the airsoft gun?
I'll get shot first.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way to go because then we get raw emotion. Oh, I'm doing it?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Now, Marsh, it looks like you wore some maybe thin, soft pants. Is that true? Yeah, you did. It looks like you wore some sweatpants.
By the way, apparently when I got shot the other day at the Rizzuto show, Moon said to hold the gun upside down.
Did he?
Is this on?
To load it and then shoot it. Because you know you have the problem with the BB all the time?
Yeah.
So you got to shoot upside down?
That's what he told me.
Interesting.
All right, so Andrew Marsh will face one punishment with the airsoft gun.
Hold on, Jamie.
Okay, what? Yeah.
Oh, nice job, Carey. Make sure that everybody can see.
Trying to not be
via the Skyly Heating Company.
Marsh's back
I'm sorry, via the
You're good.
There we go.
The airlines team studio cams.
All right. Marsh, you ready, bud?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Nope. Well, apparently Moon lied to me.
Yep.
Is it just one shot?
Just one. That's it. Marsh has only got one L.
Okay.
Marsh.
Try it
Carey.
again. Here we go.
No.
Oh, boy.
Misfire.
So Moon is a lying sack of crap.
Thinking me.
Here we go.
Marsh, you try again. Nope. All right, guys.
Marsh, you're usually our fixer, and this sucks. I'm not going to lie.
It's kind of bad.
Like, Marsh has to be the one. Yeah, Marsh has to.
Hang on, I think I got it.
Oh, jeez, you are pointing.
You know what, guys? Just get the hell away from me, okay?
Carey.
Carey, you're fine.
Be careful.
Here we go. All right, Marcia, you're going to have to load your own gun. This is terrible.
That is kind of awkward.
This is what you have to do.
Show
take
us.
it out, obviously.
Take it out.
There's nothing in here, as you can see. You got to hold the lever down.
Like a magician.
Upside down, shake it a little bit.
Like a Polaroid picture?
Yep. Now you have the BBs inside.
It's Outcast, by the way, Carey.
I didn't know that. Good job.
Put it in. Now stick it upside down.
Okay.
All right.
All right, again, this is
Thank
punishment
you for
losing
loading your own punishment.
Week 4. It's an airsoft gun.
All right, Marshy. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there it was. I saw
right
it.
on
I
the,
saw it
right
move.
in the track pants there.
Nice job. Now, Marsh, you didn't flinch that much.
You took it like a champ, Marsh. It's almost like you liked it.
Step up to the podium
You got
here.
those thick track pants on, sweatpants on.
Marsh.
Did we pat him down? Does he have a pair of like hockey pants on
He
underneath
might have
that or something?
some might have a butt pad on like football players. You got a butt pad so you don't hurt your tailbone.
Yeah, that's a tailbone pad.
Well, you know what I mean.
Marsh, Anthony Stalter, 101 ESPN.
Yeah.
Now, it looked like that didn't hurt at all.
No, it did hurt, but I'm not going to allow that pain to ruin my day and ruin my moment.
Good.
So,
of course, we always.
I've been through worse.
Do tell.
I've never been stabbed. Never been stabbed before.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
The pick that you regret the most.
Obviously, the Jets one that stings because then it could have came down to a tiebreaker. But the one that I looked at the most, and I think I got a little too happy feet off of the Panthers 30-0 victory last week. So I rolled with them this week, and it just didn't work out.
Oh, so you're the Panthers and the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What about that pick for early Sunday morning?
Yeah, I went with the Vikings.
Yeah. How
Do you
feel about
regret that one? Because
No.
you faded your own team a lot last year.
Almost all season last year.
Yeah. I'll probably fade them the rest of the year. So we'll eventually miss picks if they decide to win games. But no, I mean, they're undefeated in, games overseas. They got Jordan Addison back. I thought they played well last week. Apparently that win doesn't really look that good anymore, considering the Bengals are terrible. But, I thought they should have won that game. Could have won that game. It is what it is.
Very mature of you.
Marshy, what's the one pick you regret the most?
As I just said 1 minute ago, probably the Panthers.
Is that what you asked him one? No. What's the one you were happiest with then? What was your biggest surprise?
I mean,
What are
there
your
really
expectations for Week 5?
You can project into next
probably
week.
the Bears game. I picked the Bears over the Raiders. Probably that one, especially the way that it ended. So they won by 1. Could have been worse, but probably that one.
Marsh, do you feel as though that the football gods have decided to punish you for no reason? You had your Vikings lose.
Oh, I had one of the worst week fours that you could ever imagine. I needed J.K. Dobbins last night in my main NFL fantasy football league to get me 15 points. And for some reason, they refused to give him the ball at the goal line. And they gave it to R.J. Harvey, and he got stopped. And then at the end of the game, they threw a touchdown pass to R.J. Harvey, and he scored. Whereas J.K. Dobbins, who ran for over 100 yards and was getting like 10 yards per carry, for whatever reason, just didn't run the ball enough. So lost in that. Obviously, I got shot today. My Vikings lose. Just a tough week. Tough week.
Well, I think you're going to bounce back, and we're going to bounce back as a team. So make sure you get those picks in.
We got fist pumped.
Yeah, we did. That's all right. We'll shake it off. All right. Does payroll matter when it comes to Bloom's vision? We'll share some of the audio that we heard today from Bloom's press conference and get in that conversation next on 101 ESPN. If you're somebody with a lot of thoughts on the NFL games and you're already watching the games and you're like constantly telling your buddies about how you knew that a quarterback had a great match and was going to go off, then you need to play Underdog, because Underdog, with football season being in full swing, best place to get in on all the action. You can do your entries right from your own couch. If you live in Missouri, you're set. You don't have to worry about traveling anywhere, and playing on Underdog is easy. Like I mentioned at the start of this, you just choose a couple players. Whether you like the matchup, don't like the matchup, it fits both. You could do higher on certain players, their stats when it comes to like rushing, receiving. So, again, if I mentioned before with the quarterback, you think that the quarterback has a great matchup, you can go higher on his passing numbers or higher on his touchdown total. If you don't like a matchup, you can go lower on passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards. They even got fantasy points at Underdog. Bottom line is, download the app today or visit the website. Sign up with my promo code Anthony. So when you sign up, punch in the promo code Anthony. That's it. Just spell out my first name to score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, that promo code is just my first name, Anthony, at Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Term supply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms. _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.inspigambling.org.
I heard, it sounded like Bloom's reading the script that was wrote out by the DeWitts from the same thing we've been here. To judge Bloom is to see what he does this offseason and see what the Cardinals look like next year and what the minor leagues is going to do. Other than that, it didn't do nothing for me. Let's go Blues.
All right, that was Bart, who left us a Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop via the Dobbs Tire Notice Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. It's a fast line on 101 ESPN 302. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. If you want to be like Bart and send a mic drop, we'll be playing these throughout the course of the day. In reaction to Chaim Bloom addressing the media and the fans earlier today, I agree with Bart. I didn't get a whole bunch out of it. I felt like he was also scripted, but that's not a criticism. I really expected Chaim Bloom to do so. He sounded professional and knowledgeable, but at the same time, it's really about moving forward here. Now, we teased the question of, does payroll matter when it comes to Bloom's vision? Here is Bill DeWitt Jr. on payroll after he was asked a specific question about the matter.
I don't think Chaim and I have even talked about payroll. You know, he's here to do the job, and we don't know what our payroll is going to be. I can't tell you right now, but you know, we're going to provide the resources for Chaim to build what he's talking about building.
Left it open-ended, really.
Do you believe that? That they don't know what their payroll is going to be? Because I feel like every year they have, and now it can fluctuate from maybe a little bit higher or a little bit lower, but I feel like they have a salary cap that they're not willing to budge on or go above.
So I think they have, to me, if it were me, I'd have two separate categories. Here's our salary cap or our payroll that we're going to have this year. But then you always have to be ready to have that change based upon what the market is bringing certain players. So when the market opens up for free agency and you've identified a category of player in a certain payroll bracket, let's say it's a pitcher in the $10 to $15 million range, and you put all the pitchers that you think fall into that category, you put them in a bucket or in a file on your computer there, and you open that, and then as those pitchers start to get plucked off of free agency, the market will set where they're actually that player is going to be. So if you have them from 10 to 15, and the first you go for 18 and 20, now that changes. Your payroll now for acquiring players in that group has got to go up a little bit, or you have to or you're playing down to the next level, which is the bargain bin, which is where you don't want to be. That's where the Cardinals have been plucking a lot of their free agents, is the bargain bin, or the guys that want to be here. But why do they want to be here? Because nobody else really wants them. So, yeah. So if you're the Cardinals, you have to be willing to have a sliding scale for your payroll, even if it's down. So, like let's say it's pitcher X and pitcher Y, and you have them from 12 to 15 million, but they're signing for 10 or 11. Now you slide it down. Like, it works both ways to have the sliding pay scale.
I think theirs slides down. I don't think it slides up.
Well, I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying they would have to then, because the market is adjusting the rate of the player. If you're not willing to adjust, then you have to slide down.
But there are some things in business, you know, you have a hard number. Like, I'm not going past this number. I don't give a damn. I don't think it's worth this number. And other people might view it as worth more, but I don't view it worth more. And so I think that's where the Cardinals are in their business model and their business mindset. Like, if I'm looking at a house, I buy houses. If I'm looking at a house and I say, oh, this house is worth this number, I'm not paying more than that.
Now, the person has their ceiling, right?
I think the Cardinals have a ceiling.
So what we're doing right now, Carey, is we're having two totally different conversations. My conversation is what a baseball operations team should be doing.
100%.
And yours is what the Cardinals do. And We've always said that there's two different ways of doing it. There's one way of doing it, and then there's the Cardinals' way of doing it.
Agreed.
What I hope out of this is that the Cardinals have learned that just skimping by or sliding down has also had attendance numbers plummet. Not just slide down, plummet.
Yeah.
And so if you're the Cardinals, maybe sliding up a little bit hurts short term, but long term, maybe it's a better product. Maybe you sell more seats. Maybe the fans, the confidence vote from the fans goes up a little bit. They start showing up to games because they know you're spending above of what you thought you were going to spend. And I don't think it's a bad thing for Chaim Bloom. I don't know how the DeWitts feel about it. Obviously, I'm not in those meetings, but if I'm Chaim Bloom, I'm trying to talk to them and say, listen, guys, let's set a payroll number that we can eclipse. And they'll be like, what? Hear me out. So let's say what's the Cardinals payroll right now, Carey?
It was 131.
Okay, 131. If I'm Chaim Bloom, I say, hey, let's set it up 130. Next year our payroll's 130. Everybody's going to be angry right away. Oh, you can't. You went down. And then let's really have it though, where it's like 140. Internally, it's 140. We're telling the public it's 130.
Yeah.
Then you go and you spend above payroll. I know it sounds like a snaky thing to do, but it's earning the confidence back of your fan base. And at the same time, it's Chaim Bloom kind of massaging his way into telling the DeWitts to spend more money.
Right.
Because, again, I'm not in those meetings. I don't know if the DeWitts are like just hardline on the salary cap or on their payroll, rather. I don't know if Mo pushed back enough. But if I'm Chaim Bloom, I'm saying, okay, good. Let's keep payroll right where it's at. We'll say we're going to stay right where we're at, but then we're going to exceed the payroll. Let's be ready to do that. And not like by $50 million, by like $7, $8 million, $9 million. But make it appear like you're trying.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing the fan base thinks, they're not trying.
It's the old adage of if you walk into a pizza parlor and there are 2 slices of pizza left on a tray, you always make sure you give the bigger slice to that customer. They feel as though they're getting more. They feel great. They walk out the door. Next person comes in, hey, got last slice for you. They have no idea that the bigger slice just went out the door. They feel great because they get the last slice. You're right, Jamie. It's a bit of...
It's a little bit of the shell game.
Yeah, a little bit, but it still works because bottom line is your customer feels better.
And I think that's what you want as an organization. Right now, if you're the Cardinals, you want your fan base to feel like you're trying harder than you have in the last handful of years.
I agree. Here's Chaim Bloom on possibly acquiring a big free agent this offseason.
There's nothing I would ever take off the table on that front. But again, I think the big thing, the most important thing we need to do, in free agency or any arena, is just make sure that the things we're pursuing actually make sense for what we're trying to build and what we're trying to build towards. So, I never like to take ourselves out of any opportunities. I just think, you always want to be able to be opportunistic, but we want to make sure those things line up with what we're actually shooting for.
Yeah, I'll just say it for Bloom. You're not going to get a big-time free agent this offseason. It doesn't make sense. The timeline doesn't make sense.
Nope.
They're going to draft and develop and get this thing going. Then they'll look to supplement down the road.
Which is what they should do.
Yeah.
That's actually the proper way of building a baseball team.
Right. You're building, essentially. So that makes sense. I don't... If you expect... Like, we're going back to Bart, the mic drop, the person who left the mic drop. He said, Bloom, we'll judge Bloom this offseason. I do think that this will be the first opportunity to see what Bloom can do. So I agree with Bart on that. As long as we're not waiting for a slew of big money free agents to come in. Like, if you're judging on that, you're going to be disappointed. I think we need to judge him on, can you move some of these pieces that Mo wasn't able to move or wasn't potentially allowed to move? Guys like Sonny Gray, who wanted to stay here. Will you move Sonny Gray? What will you get in return? Will you be able to move Arenado, or do you have to dump him? Are you going to trade Newt?
They've already said they're not dumping him. Chaim Bloom said, we will not be like just DFAing Nolan Arenado. If we can't find a deal for him, we're happy to have him play third base next year.
There you go.
But here's what I want to continue on what you were saying, Anthony. Chaim Bloom's strength, especially when he was in Tampa, was identifying talent. And if you look at the Red Sox roster right now, they still have a large percentage of players that Chaim Bloom drafted, developed, brought in that are on their current roster. That's got them in the postseason. So his strength is that, identifying talent. I think for Chaim Bloom to move the needle, it's not going to be the big price free agent. It's going to be sneaking somebody away from another organization with a slithery little trade where that team maybe doesn't appreciate what they have, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden you found yourself, a starting left fielder that, hits for power. And you're like, where the hell did this guy come from? But Chaim has scouted him for 2 or 3 years and knows what he's capable of. It's those types of finds that are going to help Chaim Bloom establish himself and give him credibility here in Cardinal Nation. Because it's not going to be taking the checkbook and throwing it at, Kyle Schwarber. Boom. You're not in those waters. Certainly not right now as the Cardinals.
Sure.
So you've got to find a way to make an impact, make this team better, and earn the trust of the fan base by doing smaller things, but you need bigger return on investment.
Yeah.
That's what the Rays did with Rainier Rosarena. They had been looking at the guy for 2 years, and they wanted to make a move. It didn't work out, and then they finally ended up getting him. That's, to your point, Jamie, that's exactly what Chaim Bloom needs to do, and he probably will.
Correct. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 at ESPN. More from the Chaim Bloom press conference coming up throughout the course of the show. And again, you can always leave us a Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop via the 101 ESPN Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's mic drop feature.
The text line's already on fire.
They're buzzing. The NFL Week 4 stack up next on 101 ESPN.
Stack up.
All right, time for the NFL stack up here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Our top 10 teams following a busy week 4 in the National Football League. We'll post this afterwards, and we have to come to a consensus on each pick, which winds up last week. I think we were all yelling at each other. So
that's where Marshy went off. That's where Marshy went off the deep end.
Oh, that's right, he did.
That's where he created a voodoo doll looking like Anthony Stalter.
He was so upset.
Okay, here we go.
He still is.
Who do you guys have at number 1?
Come on, man. Do we have to do this every week? It ain't changed.
I have the Eagles number 1. I don't know about Carey.
Yeah. Hey, you know who it is.
I have the Eagles as well.
There you go.
Right. Fly, Eagles, fly.
It ain't changed.
Eagles there.
Listen, Carey.
I'm sorry. Damn.
Number 2.
That you feel that way.
I have the Bills at 2.
As do I.
As do I.
Buffalo.
Wow.
Hey,
Holy smokes.
Look at
we are
this.
off to a hell of a start.
Number 3, Jamie. Team number 3 in our stack up.
Team number 3 for me personally, I know Carey's going to probably have the Steelers. I have the Lions. They are trending upward in a big way.
Carey, who do you have at number 3?
I have the Lions.
Wow.
Marshy.
I also have the Lions.
Wow.
As do I.
Look at
My
this.
goodness.
I got the
All right, let's
Lions
just stop
as well.
there. Next segment.
We should just stop.
I don't think we're all going to have the same in
I
this
think
one.
this is where the rubber
I
meets
think
the road.
this is where the fast lane turns on each other. Marsh, we'll go with you. Number 4, the team that you have number 4.
Yeah, I have
In the
the
stack-up.
Los Angeles Rams here.
Okay.
That's a good call. Oh, me?
Carey, who do you have 4?
I know who he has.
What do you think?
Go ahead.
I got the Chiefs.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Jamie, who do you have
Not
number
the
4?
Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
No. At 4, it was a toss-up for me between the Buccaneers and the Seahawks. I put the Bucs at 4. I know they're coming off a lot of shaky bakey.
Come on, man.
Listen, Carey, you just said the Chiefs, so you could sit in the back of the room for a second.
Whoa.
Dang.
The Chiefs. You know what?
Hey, don't worry. I'll be right there beside you in a second.
I'm in line with one of you.
You got the Chiefs, don't you?
It's the Rams.
I have the Chiefs.
It's the Chiefs.
Wow.
Xavier Worthy back. That
All
offense
things
looks
look right
that
in
offense
Kansas
looks
City.
right again.
All things look right in Kansas City to me.
Baltimore finished 3rd
They got smoked.
at Arrowhead over the weekend.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess Chiefs it is.
Chiefs it is.
Horrible pick.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
Now, I do have the Bucs at 5, though. I was impressed with what they did.
That's what for me, it was like, it was a team that can compete, like with the big ones.
And they had several players out, including Mike Evans, and the Bucs gave. I think they're a better team than people realize. So I have the Bucs 5.
I have the Bucs 5.
I have the Jags 5. Going on the road.
They're not even in my top 10.
What are you doing?
The
serious?
Jaguars?
I didn't have
Are you
Duval
serious?
in there.
Duval.
You have the
They went to San
Jaguars?
Francisco. They're 3-1. They went to San Francisco.
Didn't even give them any
and
consideration.
beat San Francisco, who,
Zero.
Jamie, didn't you just say you had them in your top 4?
No, I
Who
did not
said
say
that?
that.
Who said? Who had
The 49ers?
he said
No,
that.
nobody
He
said
had the
The Rams.
I have
Rams.
the Rams.
I don't have an
They're in
NFC West
California.
team.
They're not in the same city.
I don't have an NFC West team on my in my top 10.
All right.
I don't think.
Have you watched the Bucs play?
No, he doesn't.
NFC West team in my top 10.
How? I don't care. Have you watched the
I
Bucs
got
play?
the Jags here. I saw the Jags go across the country to play San Francisco. Liam Cohen.
That wasn't San Francisco.
It was Santa Clara.
That was the UFL team.
It was Santa Clara. He told Robert Saleh, keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah, as he was walking away
Man, he said-
rapidly.
he was trying to get out of there, Jamie. Don't let the facts ruin a good story.
Marshy, who you got?
Well, I have the Rams at 4, but I have the Seattle Seahawks at 5.
So is it
Brother,
So who are you choosing? You're presenting a team for 5.
I mean, I would say the Rams. I have to kick them down one.
Okay. Well, Jamie and I are in alignment here, so we got the Bucs at 5.
after a loss?
After a
all
loss
love
to
Baker.
after a loss to the number 1
You all
team, the
love-
consensus
you all
number 1
love
team.
Baker Mayfield that much.
Listen, coming from the guy who loves ties, Let's just settle down.
I do like ties. You get a bow tie. You get a Windsor knot. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not what I meant.
No. Okay.
Marsh, this is where I have the Rams.
Okay.
I have the Rams at number 6, and I did give consideration to them at 5. But essentially, the Bucs and the Rams played the Eagles very close. Rams should have won that game, did not, and that was on the road at least. But I got the Rams here. Bucs also played them tough.
Yeah, I have the Rams here too.
I got the Colts. If you all took the Rams at 5, the Colts lost to the Rams on the road by a touchdown. Correct? We fumbled. Well, not we. They fumbled the ball going into the end zone. There is an opportunity for the Colts to be 4-0. They are leading the division. I got the Colts right here.
Well, we all got the 3 of us got the Rams. So
sorry, Gary.
All right, Carey.
Who was number 5? Oh, that was the
Bucs.
Bay.
So
all right. So
can I
who
get
do
the
you,
Colts or the Jags
who do you want to present?
No.
Well, it's your choice. Who do you want to present
You
at
can't
number 7?
sell us on it.
Who would you like to? It is a round table discussion. Who would you like to present to the committee?
I think I'm going to go with.
Don't do it.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars here. They lost. The only loss they have is on the road by 4 points
To who?
the Bengals when Joe Burrow was still playing.
Not much of that game.
He was still there on the team.
They got Jake Browninged in that game.
He was
did.
still. He played until like the third quarter. So
I think it was the second quarter.
I think it was third.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters, though, because that Bengals team, despite winning in week 1, was horrendous offensively. So
No, they beat the Jags 31-27. And Brian Thomas Jr. dropped every pass thrown to him.
That's correct.
So I got the Jags here at 7.
All right.
Since you all.
Marsh, who would you like to present?
Well, I'll present Indianapolis. I thought Carey was going to give the Colts the nod because the Colts would blow Jacksonville out of the water if they played tomorrow.
wow.
So I'll go with Indianapolis at 7.
They do play soon.
I've got the Steelers.
Do you?
I got the Steelers at 7.
Okay, so everyone is going to give me a look on this one. But let's remember that we all thought they were the greatest team in the world.
Going Chargers.
He's going
last week.
Chargers. No.
Chargers.
Hell no.
Bad
Hell
week.
no. Really bad.
Bad week.
Marshy had him at number 1 last
But
week.
Marshy had him at number 1 last week.
Can't lose to the
Can't
Giants.
lose to the Giants.
That's still a good team.
Still a top 10, but you can't
the
lose.
Giants
to
or the Chargers?
No, not the Giants.
And
the
they lost
Chargers.
to him, to Jackson Dart, in his
Yes, they
first
did.
start ever.
It was a bad.
Hell
It was
no.
a bad week.
Can I present something?
Who
to
are you
guys?
presenting?
I said the Steelers.
So
now,
we
We got
now
4
we're-
different
No,
teams.
hang on.
Yeah.
Yours is X'd out.
I just want to present.
Why?
They lost to the damn New York Football Giants.
Your
know-
team lost to the Bengals.
Guys,
When Joe Burrow was still. Go ahead, Jamie.
I
Sorry.
just want to present my case as to why I picked the Steelers. The Steelers' defense looked like it's figuring things out.
They gave up 350 passing yards to Carson Wentz.
But all right, Gary,
They went up
I'm
against
not
3
Gary,
backup
fascinating
linemen.
you.
Remember when I put that helmet on yesterday? I could have got to the quarterback.
You could have. You get special powers when you put on that Steeler helmet. You, sir, I am ashamed of you. You
did a one loss.
You watched that team go to New York and play that way, and you want them at number 7?
I'm changing my pick. Give me the Chargers.
Thank you, Marsh.
You know what? Me
Spite
too. Give me the Chargers.
Spite is so real in this place. It
Yeah.
is. You know what?
Well, you wanted this out of Marsh. You wanted this.
I didn't ask for this.
I picked
You
Gary's
did.
team, and then he corrected me on something.
Yes,
I didn't
he
want
did.
Chargers.
All right. Colts at number 8.
Nah. Seahawks. I present the Seattle
I
Seahawks.
present the Steelers.
The Seahawks barely beat the Cardinals.
I'm sorry. What did you say? They beat the Cardinals. That's right.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3-1.
Come on, man.
I had the Seahawks at 5, so
Present them.
I'm presenting the Seahawks.
Yes.
Who have you got?
The Colts.
That's like we're.
I'll put them at 9.
Hang on.
You got the Colts at 9?
Colts at 9.
I got the. I'm gonna keep kicking the Steelers down the driveway here.
Steelers can be number 10.
Yeah, they can.
Oh.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, we can be 10.
Yeah, because you got a bye week this week.
Yep.
That's all right.
It'll still
They
affect
number
you.
10.
They won't go anywhere next
Yeah,
week.
They can't move
Hey,
up or
so
down.
enjoy the 2 weeks.
They can't move up or down, Carey.
Steelers can be at 10.
Hey, Anthony, lock them in for 2 weeks at 10.
Lock it in.
Beautiful. All right, so we'll go Colts 9. And we'll go Steelers 10.
Wow, Carey really hates his old
Can
team.
we run this list?
Where is Green Bay on this list?
They're not on the list.
See ya.
Okay.
You lose to Cleveland. You tie that miserable Dallas team.
Can I offer something? Can we put Green Bay at 10?
Are they playing the Vikings this
No,
weekend?
the Browns are playing the Vikings this weekend.
Who are the Packers playing this weekend? We should use our powers for good.
I don't understand why Marshy hates the Packers all of a sudden.
They play the.
Are you serious?
Oh, in our
They
division.
got a bye this week.
Our division.
So the Packers have
got a bye this week.
Packers have a bye?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it to the Steelers. We'll lock them in at 10 for 2 weeks.
There we go.
You guys are sick, man.
I'm looking at this right now.
You guys are sick.
And we'll give the Lions, even if they win, we'll put them at 10 next week.
Yeah,
in 2 weeks.
No chance.
Yeah, I'm looking at this schedule. I don't really care who loses this week. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should put the Jags at 10.
They must be playing the Falcons.
already-
They're not. They're Falcons got to bye. Yeah.
The Jags
they
play the
playing?
Chiefs this week.
You can't root for them.
I'm
It's
just
not
saying.
January.
He's
Yeah,
already
it's
rooting
way
for
too
him.
early.
He doesn't care.
I'm just saying, like, out of all
didn't care.
the games,
Okay, guys, when we do it like this, when we purposely, like, it is purposeful, but when we're really over the top on purpose, now looking at schedules for number 10, I don't feel like it's going to work the
let's
same.
test it.
I said put the Steelers at 10 because I'm confident in my team.
All right.
Yeah, but
this week.
they're at a bye.
Be the best week they've had.
I think we should let me present the Jaguars at 10.
I'm out.
Nope.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Steelers.
Steelers it is. We're going to change this spite rule. We're going to change it around.
They have a bye.
Good.
We're not testing anything.
They're the top 10 team.
Maybe they'll lose 2 weeks in a row.
Okay.
Would you like me to go through this, Anthony?
Yeah, sure.
1 or 10? Where would you like me to start?
10.
All right, our 10th team is the Pittsburgh Steelers, as we just established. Number 9, the Indianapolis Colts. At 8, the Seattle Seahawks.
That's terrible.
At 7, the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 6 is the LA Rams. At 5, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The 4th best team in our stack-up is somehow Kansas City.
Somehow.
Number 3, the Detroit Lions. Number 2, the Buffalo Bills. And the number 1 team in the land, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Why did he use spite against
I
me?
don't know.
He's mad at me, but he was somehow. You rooted for the Chiefs as well at number 4.
Yes, I did.
How do you all have the Jags off of this list? And you
it's
got
easy.
You know what?
I didn't even think about them.
That's the problem.
I didn't even know they were still in the league.
They beat a banged up 49ers team. They beat a Texans
the
team that's
road.
got no offense, and they beat the Panthers.
Come on, man.
They beat Temple. They beat Cal Poly, and they beat.
UCM.
You mean CMU?
UCM is Central Methodist, I believe.
And they beat Central Methodist.
Or Central Missouri. Might be the Donkeys.
You did that earlier too. I'm like,
That's actually that's actually Central Michigan's wins this year.
they beat San Jose State on the road.
That's true.
So they went out to California.
Yes, sir.
And beat a really
A
good
team that was not banged up.
Oh, whatever.
Yep.
Hell.
The Jaguars basically beat San Jose State's backups.
Wow, it's ridiculous. The Seahawks.
The Seahawks
That's a
have been
good team.
solid. If Seattle and Jacksonville play
got a lot to prove,
this
Carey.
weekend, you're taking Jacksonville?
Hell yeah.
Oh, Carey.
Yes.
Really?
You're taking
Seattle and Jacksonville
over
play
Seattle?
this weekend. Who's going to win between the Bucs and Seattle this week?
Oh, the Bucks.
Where is it? I'd have the Bucs.
It's in Seattle.
Doesn't matter. 12th man doesn't play there.
Baker Mayfield is a one-man wrecking crew.
So you got the Bucs.
I got the Bucs.
Okay. So Seattle will be out of this top 10 next week.
Not
Maybe.
necessarily.
You're the only one that's dropping teams after a loss.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Then Illinois should never be in the top 25 this
They didn't drop out of the top 25.
They should have then.
They didn't.
One loss.
But they didn't.
And one horrific loss.
But they didn't drop out.
They should have, though, right?
But they did not.
Based on what you're saying.
It's not what I'm saying.
You
This is
say
10
it, Terry.
teams.
You
This
say
is
it.
10 teams.
You
That's
lose,
25 teams.
you're out.
I'm sure the Seahawks will be in the top 25 somewhere.
Disgusting.
If they lose, they'll be in my top 25.
Carey's mad that they beat the Cardinals.
I hope Kansas City
And he didn't pick them.
beats Jacksonville by 40 on Monday night.
Cool.
In Jacksonville.
Duval.
What's trending is next on this spiteful show here on 101 ESPN.
Not too long ago, my buddy Derek Stevens was talking to me about a vision he had of creating the world's largest sports book. Well, fast forward a few years, and here we are. Circa Sports in Las Vegas has the world's largest sports book, and now Derek and his crew have made it available so that you can use it in the palm of your hand. That's right. Go ahead to their website or any app store and buy the Circa Sports Illinois app today. They got great lines on all their futures bets. We're sitting here talking about the NFL. Maybe it's a Super Bowl champion. Maybe it's a World Series champion. Get on there. Check out the lines on the futures. They've got tight money line splits on a daily basis. Best odds of any app that is out there. Trust me, you can do the research. You will find out that Circa Sports has the best odds available, which means bigger payouts for you, and that's what we love to see. We love to see people winning when they use Circa Sports Illinois, the app. They also have high betting limits, so please don't miss out on any of the awesome action available on the Circa Sports Illinois app. Download Bet Like a Pro every day and enjoy everything that Circa Sports has going on. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. All day long, we are reacting to Chaim Bloom's press conference. You can also react to it by leaving us a Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop or texting us to the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. We will continue talking about that throughout the day. Also tonight on 101 ESPN, we have Blues hockey as they'll take on the Stars. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. Coming up next, though, we have What's Trending. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending? Brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, one of those teams that we did not have in our Week 4 NFL stack-up is the Baltimore Ravens. They are currently 1-3, and their record could get worse because Lamar Jackson may miss 2 to 3 weeks with a hamstring injury. And we brought this up a little bit earlier in the show, but I wanted to dive more into it. What does this mean for the Ravens' Super Bowl hopes? Do you think that this team can still make it to the playoffs? We had the question last week, which team between the Chiefs and the Ravens, if they were to lose and start the season off 1-3, which team had the best opportunity to get back to the playoffs? Do you still feel that way about the Ravens?
So how many teams make the playoffs? 7?
Yes.
7's a number.
7's a number. So if we do this quick.
In each conference.
I think the Bills, for sure. Steelers look like they're probably going to make it.
Yeah, definitely.
So we go Steelers. We're going to have Chargers. We're going to have Colts or the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
So put Colts for now. All right, so that, based on just the, we put the
you
Chiefs.
Put the Chargers and Chiefs?
The Chiefs. I have the Chargers and the Chiefs. So now there's 2 spots available. I don't have Jacksonville on this list yet. Is that a wait and see, you think, for them?
Mm-hmm.
So then we're 2 spots.
I still think one team from the South.
One team from
as of right now.
Well,
one team from the
Colts.
East, one team from the South. Probably all that makes it.
So then the Ravens then would still technically be
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen, I don't know about their Super Bowl hopes, but when it comes to making the playoffs, yeah, I think the Ravens could wind up being the team that nobody wants to face because they get on like a heater in the second half and they become fully healthy. At some point, these defenders are going to come back. Lamar will come back, but they can't fall too far behind. I mean, Cooper Rush has got to step in, whether it's 1 game or 4 games, and keep them afloat until Lamar can come back. But it's not good at all.
That offense changes with Cooper Rush. So it's not the same offensive philosophy. Cooper Rush is not going to be running zone read. You're not going to have to worry about Cooper Rush in the run game. So it makes life easier for defenses. Lamar adds an element that is so difficult to try to stop and try to prepare for. Not that they'll be vanilla in terms of how they're running their offense, but it's not going to be as much stress on defenses as it has been. You know they're going to be under center, possibly, maybe offsetting shotgun, but they're going to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry, and you don't have to worry about Lamar keeping it. So while Cooper Rush can potentially, keep you afloat, it's not going to be the same offense that has scared these teams over the last couple of years with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in the backfield.
Agreed.
Guys, big news for the Minnesota Wild. They've agreed to terms with Kirill Kaprizov on a record-breaking contract. They've locked him up on an 8-year extension worth $138 million. That's $17 million average annual salary. The contract will begin in the 2026-2027 season and go through 2033 and 34. It is the richest deal in NHL history, both in terms of total dollars and AAV.
It's crazy. He's a hell of a player, but, you're basically telling the NHL he's the best player available. And I mean, I don't have him in my top 5.
So, well, is he the best player available, or is it like the quarterback situation? He's the next player up.
He's very fortunate right now. Yeah. And I'll tell you what.
Because it ain't going to last long, because when Connor McDavid.
Well, that's exactly where I was going, is I think Connor McDavid, everybody was like worried about, he's not going to re-sign with the Oilers, and he hasn't re-signed yet. And he keeps saying, we're going through everything. I guarantee he was waiting to see what Kaprizov got. Mm-hmm. Now that he sees 17, Connor McDavid is going to be every bit of $20 million and north of $20 million a year. Can the Oilers afford that? Yeah, their owner has really, really deep pockets. But here's where the system is flawed. Is the Canadian teams have to pay all of the players and coaches in U.S. funds. Well, it's like $1.25 on the dollar. So you're paying more at the end of the day, and your taxes are higher. I know this is all financial mumbo jumbo, but that matters. Mm-hmm. So if you have a player that's making $20 million, it's really like $33 million a year because you're paying the exchange rate on that, and then the taxes on that for the player are greater up there. Whereas if Connor McDavid said, I'm going to go sign $20 million in Vegas or Dallas or Florida or Tampa, he's getting a lot closer to that number based on the no state tax. Mm-hmm. But this is huge. I mean, hockey's finally getting into real money. When I'm talking about salaries, because baseball and football and basketball have all been in this spot for a while now.
Sure.
And hockey will never catch up to any of those sports. I get it. It's fine. But your best player in the league should be making $20 million a year, at least, in my opinion.
Last thing, Ollie Marmol. He's going to be the Cardinals manager next season. We talked about it yesterday. We've been having discussions about it, but now we know the answer. I wonder how everybody feels about it.
Well, we know that some people hate it, and they want him fired, and they want him replaced by either Albert or Yachty yesterday.
Well, go get Bruce Bochy.
Or get Bruce Bochy, who was him and the Rangers mutually agreed to part ways as the manager. They did offer him a front office position.
Well, and Cardinals fans, I was reading Bob Nightingale. Now, Bob can be accurate and sometimes not so much. It happens. But he said that the Angels are seriously contemplating Albert Pujols as their manager, based on the fact that he currently already carries a $1 million salary for his services.
Yeah.
And, they could add to that, certainly, if Albert decided he wants to get $2 or $3 million a year as a manager. I'm sure they'd pay that. But, so, Cardinals fans will be losing their mind.
Yes, they will.
They lost him again to the Angels.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, though, if Albert, because that team is also not good. They haven't been good for a while.
What makes you say that?
Well, Anthony, I
lack of overall success.
Yeah, the record and the lack of playoff success. I was in
playoff appearances.
Yeah, that too. I was actually in college the last time they made the playoffs, and that was, a long time ago.
I was in college last time they won the World Series.
Nice. I was still sleeping in a bunk bed.
Were you?
At that time. Yeah, I was.
Got your little jammies on. I can see you right now.
Absolutely. I remember watching one of the games on my little TV. Anyways, could you imagine if Albert took that team and they made the playoffs? Could you imagine?
What's the top priority for Chaim Bloom this offseason for the Cardinals? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Selling your home is a very stressful process, especially here in the St. Louis area. And now's not the time to take a chance and just hope for the best outcome. No, you want to have somebody who can get you to the closing table as well as get you the most money possible for your home. And that is Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Look, Gloria understands the market. She understands exactly where your home should be listed as far as a price point, and then she's going to sell your home for 100% market value, or she will pay you the difference. And she puts all of that in handwriting up front before any of the process begins. Gloria Lou also has over 24,000 buyers in waiting. So basically start packing. Call Gloria Lou because you will be selling your home quickly and, again, for the most money possible. When you call Gloria, please tell her that Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number is 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Again, that's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. And Gloria and the seller must always agree on sales price and possession date.
Hey guys, so thanks for taking my call. Marsh, I'm kind of like you. I have a little hope, but my hope lies in the fact that Chaim Bloom secretly with his family is thinking this could be my finest hour. You know, rebuilding trust, rebuilding talent into the storied St. Louis Cardinals. And I hope that's where my hope lies in, that it's personal for him and he wants to see our team do well and be competitive and respected as far as in October again. All right. Yes, I'm not happy about the other decision, but it is what it is, and I'm tired of being crabby. All right, guys, have a great day.
Well done, Lisa. I was waiting for it, but she held off. She did not mention Ollie Marmol, the fact that she wants Ollie Marmol gone like nobody's business. So well done, Lisa. Very measured. Offered a little perspective there when it comes to hope. You can also leave us a mic drop if you choose to, because we're taking your mic drops today on the Chaim Bloom press conference. Just your overall thoughts. So what will be Bloom's top priority for the Cardinals now that he has taken over from Mo? Here's Bloom.
Well, you heard me say it. We aren't where we want to be, competing for the division and for the World Series. We have talent here. We have more talent coming. And we have some of the makings of that core, but we need more. And so our top priority will be to build our talent base for the long term. That may mean hard decisions and short-term sacrifices, but to get where we want to go, we can't take shortcuts, and we won't. We will always want to win, and we will hunt moves and decisions that allow us to do that right now, too, as long as they also serve our ultimate goal. But when we have to choose between short-term gratification and our bigger goal of contending consistently, we will choose the long term. We will make moves with that ultimate goal in mind because, simply put, that's where this organization needs to be.
So I think the most important part of that was at the end. And this is how I interpret it. Bloom could mean something completely different, all right? But when he said at the end that we will prioritize the long-term view of things, this is, again, how I interpreted it. If for some reason the Cardinals find themselves in contention, and I'll put air quotes around contention because it can mean playing for the division or playing for the third wild card, this upcoming season, the 2026 season, the Cardinals will still have both eyes on the future, which means they may not make a significant trade that benefits them in the short term, i.e. trading for a big-time player on an expiring deal and give up prospects for that. So I'm going to keep that in mind when we get close to the trade deadline next year. And again, the Cardinals could be out of it by May. Who knows? But if they are in it and they're hanging around and we're all talking about, hey, what big move could they make? I'm going to echo what Bloom said, because if that's his number one priority in the future, don't expect a big time rental at the deadline.
Yeah, I don't think they have. He said we have what we need and in-house, and I don't think you're going to go out and sign a huge off-season blockbuster name that is going to make Cardinal fans so excited that they're going to show up in droves to Busch Stadium. If you're expecting that, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
Well said.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because, again, he has a boss, and his bosses, I'm sure, are not willing or have not shown the willingness to spend that type of money in free agency. So you're going to have to do what? You're going to have to draft. You're going to have to develop, and you're going to have to sign well in the offseason. Not the huge contracts, but the contracts that, that was good. That's cool. What was the pitcher that they were forced to sign this year? I can't even remember. He's not here anymore.
Eric Fetty.
Nope, not that one.
Phil Maton.
Phil Maton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the MLB said, you got to sign someone.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Maton. Man, he's pretty damn good.
Who's available?
Worked out pretty good.
He's pretty damn good. All right. You might get more Phil Maton signings, something of that ilk. But if you're expecting, like you said, Kyle Schwarber to be in a Cardinal uniform next year, no.
They should sign the Phil Matons. They should sign the guy, the relievers to the one-year deals. Why? Because everybody needs them at the deadline.
There you go.
They should absolutely sign relievers that have either a good track record and just they met the mark. The market wasn't what they expected, or maybe they're coming off the injury. You're actually in a leverage spot in some ways. So if Bloom doesn't do that, I think it's a massive missed opportunity, especially when you look back over the years and see what other teams in similar situations have done in the offseason by signing certain players to 1 or 2 year contracts. I mentioned the Aroldis Chapman deal yesterday. The Kansas City Royals paid him nothing, flipped him to the Rangers and got a premier starter out of him. Mm-hmm. Now, that's the best case scenario. Mm-hmm. Worst case scenario, you trade Phil Maton, for prospects. Either way, you're in good shape.
Yeah. So what I got out of what Chaim Bloom said is that he tried to tell the fans directly that there's a long-term process here. Mm-hmm. We're not going to tear it down like some people think. We're not going to be like some of the organizations and go tanking and tearing this down until it's terrible to watch. But we're also not going to be making bold moves right now. So in the interim, we believe we have some talented players. And we're going to continue to build around those talented players. Now, you could add J.J. Weatherholt next year. I think he makes his appearance next year, and he'll probably help the team, I would imagine. Pretty damn good player at every level he's played at so far. but you're not going to see the big signing. And when J.J. Weatherholt, Mason, when your young players, when they're all hitting their peak, I think that's when the Cardinals might then throw some money into it. But I definitely think that they're going to stay the course. I don't think you're going to see anything change as far as the way Chaim Bloom answers these kinds of questions, and I don't think you're going to see anything change with his actions either. I think they're going to be calculated, and I think he's going to have a few surprises up his sleeve that are going to be players that maybe the reclamation projects, where he's seen something, where he's like, okay, that player there, he could have a bounce back. Like, I know he just got scooped up, but maybe an Alek Manoah. Like, that guy was, like, all of a sudden, Chaim might say, you know what? We can work with this. And all of a sudden, you've got a number 2 starter again. You're like, holy crap, where'd that come from?
Or if he never recovers, you move on. Who cares?
Who was the Dodgers pitcher that I wanted them to get and got traded?
Shohei Ohtani. Oh.
Yeah, him. Not Shohei.
You didn't want Shohei?
I do, but they ain't got enough money for that guy. Oh, they do have enough money for it, I'm sure. But
I don't know. That's a really big
It's a lot of money.
Change.
It is a lot of money. But yeah, Dustin May. Like someone taking a flyer on a guy that may have been injured, a guy that has shown the ability to have success at this level, but maybe in a year where they're trying to get that bigger contract. Those might be the guys that you're trying to get that have been really good though. No offense to anyone else that has been signed here in the past, but not older veteran guys that are
past their prime.
There you go.
You're talking about.
I didn't say any names.
I've been referring to it as the reclamation projects, and I've been screaming about this for 3 years now. I completely agree.
Not those guys.
All right, Chaim Bloom on the timeline for winning.
Obviously, anytime you have a CBA that's getting to expiration, you always know there could be changes. I think it just speaks to, Mo touched on this yesterday, the importance in our situation, frankly, in most situations, of just being able to be nimble and flexible so you can take advantage of whatever opportunities exist. So that's a mindset we have to have. But I don't want to have us put the cart before the horse. We got to stay focused on our goals. Again, if we stay focused on what we need to do and just keep doing the right things toward that goal, that usually leads to the most success. I think we do need to go into this thinking that we need to be in this mode and think this way for multiple years. But again, if we just stack good decisions and smart moves one on top of the other, it usually makes it go quicker.
All right, so again, 2034. 2034, you're going to expect this team to win a game. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Gauntlet next.
warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
404, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's head to our phone lines. We got Kevin on the line. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing great. Appreciate you listening. And I hear that you attended a concert the other night and saw the one and only Jamie Rivers. Is that correct?
I sure did. Yeah, definitely ran into him and saw him walk through initially, and I was in line for the bathroom. I was like, there he is again, so I might as well say hi, and here we are.
Nice.
Here we go, baby. Here we go.
Are you taking on Jamie?
Yeah, I told him on Friday, I said, if you get me on, I'm going to have to go against you, so I'm not going to back down now.
All right, Kev. Good luck, buddy.
Hey, good luck, too.
Thank you.
All right, Jamie is heading into the cone of silence right now. Kevin, go ahead and tell Marsh to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
What category are you hoping for, Kevin?
I'll wait and tell you when it's done spinning.
Attaboy. You're a veteran. I can always tell the ones that listen a lot.
All right, it's done spinning. What do you want, Kevin?
Either hockey or random.
Well, it's not hockey or random. It's football.
Oh, my favorite.
You're going to be great, Kevin. You're going to be absolutely great. You're going to get 4 football-related questions. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. Thank you, Marsh. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Yep.
Through 4 weeks in the NFL, name each team that is still undefeated. Through 4 weeks in the NFL, name each team that is still undefeated.
So it's either all or nothing. Like I have to name them all, or I'll just go with the option. I'll go with the options.
Lions and Bills, Eagles and Lions, or Eagles and Bills.
Was that first one Lions and Bills?
Yeah, Lions and Bills.
I'll go with that one. Final answer.
Question number 2. Which top 10 college football team jumped the highest in the AP poll this past weekend, jumping 9 spots in 1 week?
I want to say it's Ole Miss, but I'm not sure they were in the top 10. So you're saying the team that jumped up was already in the top 10?
Which top 10 college football team jumped the highest in the AP poll this past weekend, jumping 9 spots in 1 week?
Okay, I'm Ole Miss. Final answer.
Question number 3. How many teams that were not in the AP Top 25 poll last week are in the Top 25 now?
Oh, man. I feel like it's going to be 2, 3, or 4, so pointless to ask for that. Let's go 3. Final answer.
All right, Kevin. Last question. Only 4 college football teams are still without a win this season. 3 teams are 0-4. Those teams are UCLA, Sam Houston, and UMass. Which other winless team is 0-5?
Yeah. I want to say I just looked this up the other day. I think it's Oregon State. Final answer.
Okay. Let's bring back Jamie from the Cone of Silence. Kevin, how you feeling?
I feel like I have a fighting chance.
All right. Jamie's strutting back to the microphone right now.
Yeah.
How was the Cone of Silence there, Big Cat?
Silent right till the very end. Then T-Bone came in. He's master mixing something there for the BK and Ferrario show. So,
well, good.
Although he didn't really talk to me, he was dialed in.
He's dialed in. He's motivated.
Very much so.
All right. Jamie, your category today is football.
Okay.
Pack a lunch.
I love football.
Question 1.
I do.
Through 4 weeks in the NFL, name each team that is still undefeated.
Okay, so both teams, huh? Eagles, Bills. Final answer.
Question number 2. Which top 10 college football team jumped the highest in the AP poll this past weekend, jumping 9 spots in 1 week?
Can you read that again? Sorry.
Which top 10 college football team jumped the highest in the AP poll this past weekend, jumping 9 spots in 1 week?
Okay, so it's not a top 10 team going into last week. It's a top 10 team now, because obviously if they jumped 9 spots, they'd be first in the nation. This is why I'm processing things. So otherwise, then it would be Ole Miss. Final answer.
Question number 3. How many teams that were not in the AP Top 25 poll last week are in the Top 25 now?
I actually think it's a high number. And what I mean by high is like 5 or maybe not. Maybe I'm way out to lunch. Give me the options.
Options are 1, 2, or 3.
Really? Okay. Let's go 3 then. Final answer.
Last question here, Jamie. Only 4 college football teams are still without a win this season. 3 teams are 0-4. Those teams are UCLA, Sam Houston, and UMass. Which other winless team is 0-5?
All right, give me the options.
Oregon State, Liberty, Akron.
It's Oregon State. Final answer. What's his name? Just got. Oh no, that was. Yeah. He just got fired, didn't he? If I got the wrong team.
Sam Pittman did just get fired by Arkansas.
No, there was another.
You're thinking of Gundy.
Mike Gundy did get fired.
But that's
from
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
No. Whoops.
Here we go.
Oh,
Similar colors. Similar colors.
Okay, sure.
Only 4 college football teams are still without a win this season. 3 teams are 0-4. Those teams are UCLA, Sam Houston, and Massachusetts. Which other winless team is 0-5? Kevin said Oregon State. Jamie said Oregon State. Correct answer is
Oregon State.
But Kevin didn't need the options.
No, come on.
Kevin up 2-1.
Kevin.
Which top 10 college football team jumped the highest in the AP poll this past weekend, jumping 9 spots in 1 week? Jamie said Ole Miss. Kevin said Ole Miss. Correct answer is?
It is Ole Miss.
Neither of you needed the options. Kevin with 4. Jamie with 3.
I like this.
How many teams that were not in the AP Top 25 poll last week are in the Top 25 now? Jamie with the options said 3. Kevin without the options said 3.
Oh, Jesus, Kevin.
Correct answer is
2.
2. Virginia and Arizona State. Comes down to this. Again, Kevin up by 1 over Jamie.
I don't like our chances.
Through 4 weeks in the NFL, name each team that is still undefeated. Jamie said the Eagles and Bills. Kevin said the Bills and Lions. If Kevin's right, Kevin wins. If Jamie's right, Jamie wins. Kevin.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose.
Not today.
Sorry, Kevin. The Lions lost to the Packers in week 1. The Eagles and Bills remain the only undefeated teams in the National Football League. Kevin, thank you so much for playing, man. Great try. Jamie got you 5-4.
Yeah, no, it was fun. Rivs, you got me. Pleasure meeting you. Had a good time at the concert. Hope you did too. But I'll see you guys around.
You got it, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate the shot, too, at the concert. KVOG,
nice.
homie, you're the man.
Yeah, I didn't know if you remember that because you couldn't even hit the test speaker in the trash after that.
That's right. I did fumble that. I had hands like feet at that point.
That's all right. Kevin, thanks, bud.
Thanks, guys.
See ya. Jamie, nice job. You avoid the penalty box, man. 5-4.
I was worried when he had to nail the few there with no. I'm like, we got a savant on the line.
He was pretty good. He got 4, 2 without the option. So Kevin did well, but not well enough.
Sweating here a little bit.
Is the best path to a superstar via the international draft for the Cardinals? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Chuck here. Press conference today for old Bloomy. Heard a lot of blah, blah, blah. All I heard and all I know is he's going to trade anybody making any kind of money on this team if he can. Play all the young guys, fill in the holes with some one-year contracts of probably some guys who always get hurt or they're really old veteran presence, because that's the way the DeWitts like it. And they pay old Bloomy's contracts, so He's going to do as he's told. Should be a fun next season.
All right, you heard the man. That was Chuck. A little pessimistic, but you know what?
Yeah, it sounds a little disappointed.
But still, I don't even think he was disappointed. I think he knew. He knew what this start of the Bloom era is going to be about. It's fine. Everything's fine. Is the best path to a superstar via the international draft for the Cardinals? My opinion on this is this. There's more than one way to build a team, build a roster. You have many opportunities to add good players. And, of course, it comes in certain windows. One is the draft. Another is an international draft. Of course, you got trades and free agency. I don't think there's one way to build a team, and I don't think the Cardinals should be all in on any, on any area when it comes to building. I think they should be highly invested in everything. Like Carey said earlier.
Avenues.
Exactly. Like Carey said earlier. It's not how much you spend. It's whether or not you spend wisely. And the international money, you got a pool for that, which means you have a cap for that.
Yep.
The DeWitts have their own we don't know what the number is, but they have their own budget. So you got to work within that. And, of course, trades and free agencies, you got to dance with other teams. So there's a cap to that. There should be no one way to build this team. Mm-hmm. Do I think they missed on the international market? Oh, God, yeah. Now, guys like Ivan Herrera did come from the international market, so it's not like they've completely whiffed on it. But I do think that is one area that I hope Bloom is significantly better than Mo at.
What is the benefit of the international market versus the draft and development?
You don't have to worry about the player falling to you.
And that player is ready sooner?
Not necessarily.
Well, you can identify a player in the international market and pay him immediately and not have to worry about it for a while.
Yeah. Plus, those players are typically younger.
Okay.
Because they're coming from another market. You don't have to worry about, somebody go either a high school player or...
But that means you have to be able to scout those guys and recognize that those guys...
Easy.
Oh, okay.
Don't spend the money on scouting. It's a waste of money.
Now you gotta have intelligent people that are able to go to different places and be able to, tell if a player can actually play.
Okay, you're right.
If you don't have those people in place, you're not gonna. It doesn't matter how much money you give them.
No, you might be wasting a lot of money then too.
You spend it poorly.
Yeah.
For any organization in sports to just isolate one way of doing business is just a massive misstep. This is why, the best organizations operate with their divisions. So if it's the international market, you have your international group of scouts. You have your regular scouts for the draft. Then you have your tiers of different kinds of scouts, in my opinion, for the lower tiered free agents, mid tier, top tier, pitching. You have all of your sections, and now you think to yourself, okay, where are we lacking? And if it's certain categories, or if there's a kid in the international market where Carey's leading that group, and he says, I'm telling you, this is a cannot miss prospect. He's a little young right now, but if we don't jump on this, we're going to be sorry. So then you got to evaluate that, and then you got to put the cost of doing business attached to all of it. And this is where I think sometimes Cardinals fans lose sight on the overall dollars and cents. Is if I'm going to spend a chunk of money in the international market to solidify getting a really good young player that will be in the organization, a difference maker down the road, that's still money that's coming out of our pockets, but it does not go on that number that Carey reads off his computer of payroll. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. But it's a good chunk of change, and that might not be the only one that goes out. Certainly the signings and the numbers and the dollars that go out to their draft picks, and I know that's all tiered where it's, let's get what you get, but it's still money that goes out. So you do have to remember that for the overall cost of doing business if you're just a baseball fan.
Yeah.
Now, not a baseball fan. If you're questioning the Cardinals, if you're a baseball fan, you're like, screw it, I don't care. I don't care about the money that they're spending. I just want a winning baseball team. But that's the way you build it, is multiple divisions within your group of groups that can identify talent and make your team the best.
So those are our thoughts. What about Chaim Bloom? Here's Chaim Bloom on the international market.
Yeah, it's a critical aspect of what we do. It really has always been here. Obviously, you all who have been here can name a lot of the players that came out of the international talent system that have helped this organization. We have some really good talent in our system right now. We're going to continue to invest in that area, continue to look at it just to see how we can move things forward. I'm encouraged by a lot of what I've seen and heard on the progress made the last few years in that area, and we just want to continue it and look to see how we can keep moving it forward. But it's absolutely critical for us.
Yeah, until something is done, we just don't know how they're going to approach it. But at least he's flat out saying, like, yeah, that's a critical component to all this.
I just feel like this team is boring.
Okay,
this team is boring, and look around Major League Baseball. A lot of the superstars nowadays are from, they're not from here.
Mm-hmm.
The team is boring. I think the Cardinals really need to dive into that. And it sounds like they are. But the way that Major League Baseball is sort of shifting, it's something that I think can bring that excitement back to Cardinals baseball, having one of those players. And you mentioned Ivan Herrera. I think a lot of people are high on Ivan Herrera. I think they need to keep building on that.
As well, they should be high on Ivan Herrera.
I just think
especially
you have
as a DH.
He's going to be catching next year. I think they have to do a really good job of evaluating.
Winners on the bench.
No, he's going to be, maybe, when the Cardinals are in the field, maybe. I think they just have to do a better job of evaluating the talent and not being afraid to pull the trigger on a deal or go after someone. I see this a lot when I was coaching high school, right? College coaches come in. First thing they say, well, why doesn't he have any offers? Coach, can he play? Well, yeah, but why didn't anybody else offer him? I don't know, man. Because they all say the same thing that your dumbass is saying. Do you think he can play or not? Do you like the player? If you do, you should offer him, and you should try to get him on your roster. But sometimes coaches are afraid to say, well, I don't trust my own eyes. Right? And they want multiple people to like that player. But what does that do? That drives up the bid. That drives up the cost. So now that player has multiple options or multiple opportunities as opposed to just one being the only one. Mm-hmm. If I'm the only one and I recognize and evaluate a player and say, yep, this kid can play.
Right.
I don't need 14 other people to say it because now he's got 14 other options in high school going to college. But in the international market, he's got 14 other suitors that I got to bid against to try to say, I got to pay the most money. So your job is to evaluate the talent, trust your eyes, and take a flyer on a young player that you think could help you in the future. Mm-hmm. But you have to be good at that job. And that means, like Jamie said, you have to pay those people that are good at that job so that they can save you money in the long run by not having to have a bidding war for a player. They can evaluate a player that maybe nobody has eyes on yet, and they can say, yeah, this is the one.
Here's Bill DeWitt Jr. on player development within the system.
Well, I think you develop your own players that, you have continuity there. And, we're we will call it a mid-market franchise. And even though we're a small in terms of the numbers, but the Cardinals have always done more than their weight. So, we're not out there trying to buy the most expensive free agent. And historically, this franchise has had its best and most success with players they developed.
He's right. He's absolutely right.
What makes it a small market?
I don't know. I mean, it really, in my opinion, it's related to how much you're willing to spend, how much you're bringing in compared to how much you're willing to spend. Mm-hmm. I think the Cardinals at their height bringing in a ton of money, but are they always willing to spend? No, and I'm okay with that. By the way, I don't think. Yes, exactly. I don't think you need to spend at nausea so that the fan base feels better about it or you feel better about it. Look how much we spent. Okay, great. Did you bring in the right players or no?
Right. Look at the Mets.
That's a disaster.
The Mets are a classic example of sometimes spending does not equal winning.
Well, and then repeating the behavior. They blew a whole boatload of money. They were terrible. They got rid of a bunch of players saying, well, we're going to redo this a different way. They started winning a few games, and then they added again and fell short. And they're not set up like now. Pete Alonso's opting out, and like people are jumping off the ship right now while it's sinking in New York. Now, I don't see the Cardinals being in a situation like that anytime soon where the DeWitts are just going to overspend and pay a luxury tax and all that stuff. But there still is a level of responsibility to not just waste money either.
Flight says the size of the city is the market CD. That's incorrect. Small market team is based on a combination of factors. Low revenue, smaller fan base, limited media market size, which is kind of ironic because Flight just criticized us for not knowing what we're talking about. So,
San Diego, what would you consider them to be?
That's actually a
smaller market. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially. You have to also say what is it compared to? If it's being compared to L.A., obviously, or Boston, or obviously New York, Chicago. The White Sox operate like they're a small market team,
but they're not.
They're in
small
Chicago.
Market. Correct.
Now they also don't have the same media as the Cubs do, or the same revenue that they could produce off of the TV, and they also don't draw like the Cubs. Mainly because the Cubs are trying and the White Sox are not. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We're going to do Bet the Board. This is the final day. Jamie is closing out another victory. Congratulations to Jamie. We'll do our best to usurp him, but this guy's incredible.
Oh my goodness! Enough.
A god among boys.
Enough.
That's next on 101 ESPN.
Enough. Let's talk about Urban Chestnut. They've got an amazing beer coming out, Zwickle Light. It's an elevated light beer choice brewed by St. Louisans, by local brewery right here in town. That is Urban Chestnut. It's a light lager with low calories and low carbs. I can tell you what, it is crisp, clean, and it is refreshing. Only 95 calories as well, 3.7 carbs. It's awesome. Try it. You might find it may just be the best light beer you have ever had. I've been telling Carey Davis about it for weeks now. It's a go everywhere, do anything type of beer brewed right here for St. Louis hockey fans. It is the unofficial beer of St. Louis hockey. Why is that? Because I just declared it to be. So please be on the lookout for Zwickle Light, and you can check out everything else that's going on over at Urban Chestnut. Just visit urbanchestnut.com. They've got the Grove Beer Hall, the Midtown Beer Garden, so many great things going on. They just got finished with Oktoberfest, was an absolute blast. And now, looking forward, Zwickle Light. Again, the unofficial beer of St. Louis hockey. Keep it light, keep it local.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. Major League Baseball's postseason has started. The Detroit Tigers defeated the Cleveland Guardians earlier today by a final score of 2-1. The Cubs just wrapped up Game 1 with a win over the San Diego Padres. 3-1 the final. 2 more games tonight. Boston and New York will face off, as well as the Cincinnati Reds and the LA Dodgers. However, the Blues are playing tonight, and you should listen to it right here on 101 ESPN. They'll take on the Stars. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. We'll see if Jamie goes with hockey, a hockey play tonight, and bet the board, which is next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
All right, as March just noted, we have bet the board. This is the last day of the month, which means Jamie will close in on yet another victory. This is 5 months in a row? Is that what it is, Jamie? 5 months in a row you've won?
This is lost track.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you've done a lot of winning. There's a big, hairy winning machine, aren't you?
Thank you.
Nice job.
I think.
What's your secret?
This month was just trying to pick all the baseball teams that needed to win the most.
Sure.
That kind of worked out for me.
What didn't work out was picking Schwab to win the Open de France.
Which is unbelievable that I overcame that, by the way. Most people wouldn't overcome a horrible bet like that, you know?
But you keep the feet moving. That's what we love about you.
Yeah, I really
Proud of
appreciate
you, man. That was a good one.
Yeah,
That
thanks,
was good.
Carey. No, thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
No, really, anytime.
Yeah, oh, I know. I'm well aware. All right, so the three of us still have our parlays, right?
Yes.
Marshy does not.
No. So, Marsh, go ahead. Say the latest standings.
Latest standings. Jamie, 13 points. Anthony, you and Carey have 10, and I am out. I have 8.
13.
10.
So, Jamie has 13.
Yeah.
Carey and I have 10. Marsh, why don't you go first?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. We can pick his.
No, we're going reverse. I like your style.
No, I'm just saying, for him.
Anthony, I'm glad you brought that up.
I mean, there's a chance, though, that Jamie could pick what I'm picking. So,
yeah,
I don't want to steal one of
You
Jamie's
go ahead,
picks.
Jamie.
Because he might not even use a parlay. We've seen that in the past.
Yeah, Jamie should go first.
Okay. Give me total bases tonight.
You got to be kidding.
For Ellie De La Cruz, it's at 0.5 right now. Go with the over. Let's go, baby. That's it. One singular pick.
All right, Anthony.
No, you're up.
All right.
Don't let him do that to you.
Nah, Anthony, you're up. You were ahead of me the entire time.
Okay.
See, he does that.
What do I do, Jamie?
I don't know.
All right. Let's go with the Yankees minus 137. Because even though CD says I don't like my father, he's wrong. Within that game, let's go with Max Fried over, 6 plus strikeouts. So 6 or more strikeouts. That's at minus 137. Let's also go with the over 7 runs in the Reds-Dodgers game. Let's go with the Reds plus 1.5 in that same game. Yeah. And let's do, let's do under 6.5 strikeouts for Hunter Green at minus 141. and I'll text the group.
All right. I have the Yankees, Red Sox over 6.5. Have Aaron Judge 1.5 hits, runs, RBI. Have the Reds, Dodgers over 7. And the line just changed on me, so I got to go with people take too damn long to start the segment. Sorry, Anthony. Freddie
really?
Freeman.
Because I said to you, Carey, go ahead first.
It changed before the segment started.
Yeah, it was
Shohei
fine.
was at,
so we're in
Shohei
the.
was at 140.
If you'd have hurried up, we probably could have got.
Oh, so we're in the commercial break?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not my fault. We do. There are shows that don't worry about that. You know?
Very true.
Freddie Freeman, 1.5 hits, runs, RBI.
I almost picked that one. I saw that one lurking. Looked like a CD pick.
Yeah.
All right, Marshy.
Give me the Blues team total tonight over 2.5.
Okay.
Preseason?
Yep.
You're crazy, man.
Well, it's not like it matters. For me, of course. It matters for Blues fans.
If you had to, and Carey, I already know where you're going with this, but if you had to, who are you rooting for tonight? Reds or Dodgers?
Dodgers. I had a root for a team in my division.
Carey.
You said if I had to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I already said we already knew what you were going to say.
Oh, you were asking. You weren't asking. You said Carey.
You did.
I said Carey. We already know what you're going to say.
And then he said Carey.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
No,
You're
you
crazy.
activated Carey.
You said it twice.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay, so Carey, who would you pick?
Listen, I may have.
I got the Dodgers in that one. Although I think Ellie De La Cruz hits a home run.
So you hope.
Why don't you take it then?
Nah,
What's your pick?
Why? Don't have to. All I need is a base.
Just one base?
One. That's it.
No way.
Yep.
I was wondering about that.
Oh, we got to verify.
For this guy?
We got to
Under
verify.
minus 150?
Batter props. Let's see here.
Total bases.
Total bases.
Is it
for
plus 220 for 2? I don't see total bases.
I don't see total
I said
bases.
for 2.
Hang on here, guys.
I didn't say 1. I just said
I had
total
it up
bases.
earlier. It's
Hold
still on my computer in there.
It's not 2. It's not. There is no 1.
It's a
Wow.
Yeah, there is no 1.
Now I know how he's doing it.
Full spit.
There
I'm
is
telling
no
you right
one.
now.
Now I know how he's been winning.
Hang on.
We have not verified.
Okay, yes, you have, and I've given you the damn odds every time.
It's terrible.
So hang on. I forget how to get to it. No, that's not it.
Well, what are we using to find
Well, I'm
these?
using covers right now because the other one, I can't find it because Marcia wouldn't tell me how to find things.
Oh, so it's Marsh's fault.
Oh, my God, I'm going to punch you. Swear it's coming.
Interesting.
Have you been doing this the entire time?
We gotta have to go back and check some
You
things
guys
out,
can
man.
check the hell out of everything.
We gotta check some things
I
out,
can't
man.
find the damn thing where I get it.
Because it doesn't exist.
Wow.
Wow.
We've got
I thought we all agreed on one
specific.
Yeah, but you wouldn't tell me how to get to things.
I thought we
everybody else
agreed
knows.
on one specific website.
Oh, we did.
We definitely.
And we've been going with the honor
has this
system.
been going?
Oh, shut up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we gotta check everything now.
This is like banging a trash can and win a World Series.
No. I'm finding it now, you little.
It's not going to be what you think, Jamie.
Tell you what.
It's not.
Shame.
You mother truckers.
Shame.
Right now, I'm seeing hits.
Look at this. Come here. Come here, Carey. Right freaking here.
We haven't used this.
Total bases, 0.5. The over is minus 120.
We haven't used this.
No.
You know,
We haven't
he uses
used
whatever
this.
the hell he wants.
We haven't. Nope.
No,
we
he
all
doesn't.
use
using-
one thing.
So then, where can I find it on there since nobody would tell me?
We agreed on
Well,
one
you
thing.
can't find total bases like that. You can find total bases. I got it. I got it for you right here. Two or more.
Look at this.
Plus
What is-
255.
But that, yeah, that's 2 or more plus 255.
That's right.
That's right.
You can't find that number.
Getting pissed now.
You should.
I am
be.
getting
You
pissed.
should. You should be mad at yourself.
All right. Should be. And we should be mad that we didn't check it. But see, now I know.
We're gonna play
going
that for
forward.
You know what, though? It's my
now
fault,
I know
though,
going
apparently.
forward.
It is your fault.
Apparently.
Well, everything's your fault.
All right.
Everything?
In here, according to these guys.
Well, then just give me. I'll change it. Give me the Yankees on the money line. That's it. For Papa Stalter.
Don't you do
I'm gonna stick
Don't
it
you
right
do what
in
I think you're going to do.
You know what?
I appreciate a good spite play. But you need to be mad at yourself
I'm
right
not.
now.
But why? Because
you need to hold yourself
the
accountable.
other thing that doesn't have the bet. Why would one side have the bet and not the other? Makes no sense to me. If the odds were
agreed.
I'm going to finish what I'm saying.
On one side.
We agreed.
I'm going to finish what I'm saying right now. If the odds were screwy to where it was a really lopsided thing, I would understand, but they're not.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Care. It's going to feel even better now.
I don't know, man.
It's going to feel really good.
I'm going to go ahead and put asterisks next to
over the last 3 months, I think.
3 months.
You should. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been using the one site that we all use the whole time. This is
Allegedly.
It's all right. We'll get a 30 for 30 out of it in a couple of years.
We will.
What if I told you a group agreed and one guy went rogue?
I still haven't collected any kind of a bonus check for winning these months. So have at it.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We'll hit some NFL news and notes next. When it comes to playing the NFL season and cashing in on your hunches, you got to go with Underdog. Underdog can be played anywhere in the state of Missouri, including your own couch. So why don't you try Underdog? It's super easy. Just choose whether or not a player is going to go higher or lower on their stats. And they got all the stats. They got reception totals. They've got receiving yards, rushing yards, quarterback statistics, even quarterback rushing yards. They got fantasy numbers, too. Heck, I've seen some defenders included where if you think that a certain pass rusher is going to get a sack, you could choose higher on that player's sack total. Underdog's got it all. It's the only place to play and cash in on your football takes. And if you get your entries right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can also play for as little as $1. So download the app. Sign up with my promo code, Anthony. That's it. Just my first name, Anthony, to score $100 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Again, don't forget that promo code, Anthony, at Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. ESPN.
We got some things to figure out.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Going into October.
Yeah.
Go figure
Barry Rivers.
The Cubs.
Fascinating yourself.
He's so bad.
The Dirty Cubs.
The temperature's hot right now. I'm not going to lie.
Hold on to a 3-1 win over the San Diego Padres. So Mike Schilt's team still can't get it done in the postseason. Again, Cubs 3, Padres 1.
One game, Anthony.
Yeah, 1. Better turn it around quickly.
I mean, at least they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, still can't do anything. The Padres have won just as many games as the Cardinals have in the postseason.
How many is that?
0.
Okay. Oh, they won some last year.
No, I'm talking about this year.
Oh. You said they
don't go.
They were actually okay.
Tyreek Hill out for the year. Surgery. He already had surgery. He wants to play in 2026. Do you think his career is done though?
It depends on how bad that knee issue is. They talked about him dislocating the knee, tearing multiple ligaments. Now, the good part is, I say good, but the best part about it is he did it early in the season, right? So you're in week 4. You got all of the rest of this season and going into next year. So there is a chance, depending on how well he rehabs, that he could be able to return by mid-year next year. Mm-hmm. Will he have all of the things that makes him Tyreek Hill? I have no clue. Because sometimes those surgeries, especially with an ACL, it takes you 1.5 years to 2 years to kind of be your complete self again. So I don't know. It was a horrible injury, though. I mean, I hate to see anybody get hurt in that manner, just kind of sticking your foot, getting stuck in the ground. We talk a lot about, we need to go back to grass. That was on grass. Mm-hmm. So the grass didn't matter. Just how his body weight was leaning on his leg, how his foot got stuck in the ground. Correct. And so some people were saying, it was the leg that got tackled. It wasn't. It was the other one that was stuck and kind of just looked like it's shredded. So I don't know if he'll be able to return next season, but if he is, having the injury happen earlier is better for him to be able to return next year if he can.
That's right. Splashback Deuce says, Chaim hasn't won us a single postseason game. He hasn't lost one either. Huh? Am I right?
You're right.
All right. Sauce Gardner, Jets cornerback, believes the officials are picking on him. And he claimed it's because the New York Football Jets are a losing team. Gardner, penalized for pass interference in a 27-21 loss last night to the Dolphins, said he's personally frustrated. It was the second straight week that he was flagged for pass interference. Quote, I watch football all the time, and I just feel like, I don't know if this is wrong to say, but I think I get called for more stuff just based off of us not winning. That's what he said. I watch these winning programs, and there'd be some egregious things, and it don't get called. They're letting the players play. Carey, do you think that the referees have personal bias against teams that win and lose?
Hell no. I think I was listening to the call yesterday, and they said, and I don't want to know. I don't want to be. I'm not sure, but he was number 3, I think, in holding penalties, or number 1 in holding penalties last year, and number 6 in pass interference penalties. I think those were the numbers. It sounds like you're a little handsy, man. Get your damn hands off people. Quit touching people.
He's not getting picked on.
Yourself.
He's doing it himself.
He's grabbing on people. And the penalty that was called on him yesterday, he definitely was tugging on the receiver's pads. I think it was Jalen Waddle. Pulled on his jersey as he was trying to deflect the pass. Sometimes in practice, and I don't know, Aaron Glenn was a cornerback. He played a long time in the National Football League. The corners wear boxing gloves at practice because it forces you to, if you're going to jam, you do jam, but you can't grab. Mm-hmm. So sometimes corners will, in practice, have boxing gloves on, which you can still break up passes. Obviously, it's going to be harder to intercept passes, but it kind of trains your hands and your body to not be so handsy and so grabby. So I don't know if he's done that. I don't know if they practice that. I would suggest that he does it in practice. They put on some damn boxing gloves, man. Keep them hands balled up and quit grabbing on people.
That's funny. I had a coach when I played in Boston, Robbie Fatorik. I've given you guys a few stories. He was a nutcase. But this really helped me, is when I used to go hit guys in the defensive zone, I'd lift my stick off the ice, and I'd want to, boom, shoulder chip. The stick would be kind of up in the air. Well, some of the players got smart to it, and so they'd take the hit and just pass the puck because there's no stick in the way. So I'm running around hitting 10 guys in the friggin' defensive zone, but they're controlling the puck. So Robbie's like, he had that wicked Boston accent. He's like, what? Your stick is in the air all the time. You can't defend. He's like, you're rocking guys, but it doesn't matter. The puck is getting where they want it. So I'm like, okay, I'll try harder, coach, but instinctively, you know? And so one day I showed up to practice, and I had 4 separate ankle weights taped to the bottom of my stick. He says, we're going to practice defensive zone, and this is the stick you're using today. So now try to get that off the ice, he says. So now I'm skating around with this big, heavy stick. But it worked. After that, I was stick on puck, and then, like, even later on, like, coaches would praise, oh, how good the stick. Oh, you got a great stick in the puck lane. Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, thank you, Robbie Fattore. Every day when we'd practice stuff like that, he'd get me the stick, he'd say. It worked.
That's great, though. That's good coaching.
Yeah, it's like caveman, but it was good.
Still.
It worked.
You needed it at that time.
I trust me, I thank him for that.
Yeah, that's great. All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. If you got questions, send it in to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Again, that's our Air Comfort Service text line.
Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees. Aaron Judge. He's going to hit a grand slam tonight.
I'm for it.
Sports Six Pack Part 1 is next on 101 ESPN.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
502, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Time for the Sports Six-Pack here in the Fast Lanes, where you can submit your questions to us, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Here is Andrew Marsh with question 1 from the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646.
Question number 1.
All right, we get a question from the 314. The 314 wants to know our thoughts on the WNBA's commissioner, her statement on Caitlin Clark. Now, I have no idea what this is, so I looked it up. Here are...
It's like, thank God.
This is the statement, and this is from people.com, so I'm just going to read this, and then we can get into it. Minnesota Lynx star Nafisa Collier claimed Tuesday, which is today, that WNBA commissioner Kathy Engelbert told her Caitlin Clark should be grateful to the league for securing her multiple sponsorship deals. Collier made the bold statements directed at Engelbert and the league in a prepared speech she gave during her exit interview at the end of the Lynx season, which is today. In the pre-written address, Collier slammed the league and discussed a conversation she had with Engelbert in which she challenged the commissioner on the league's low salaries for young stars like Clark, Angel Reese, and Paige Beckers. Her response, being the Kathy Engelbert, was Caitlin should be grateful she made $16 million off the court because without the platform the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. Collier claimed that to reporters.
Oh, my gosh.
That is interesting.
Wow, that is so out of touch. She should be thankful. So, hang on. I wish I was in that room because I would have said, so can I please see the revenues for the league, each team league-wide, before Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA? And can I see the attendance for, and I would find specific teams that had to move to bigger venues. I'd like to see their attendance numbers before the Caitlin Clark effect. Can I also please see the TV deals and the sponsorship and advertising for said TV deals that came along with it since Caitlin Clark joined the league? I think all of those questions would solidify how the league should be grateful to have young stars like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, their feud, whatever they've got going on there, and Sophie Cunningham, and all the, like, a lot of these girls are using other platforms to draw eyeballs to the actual games. So the WNBA, quite honestly, should be rolling out the red carpet and finding ways to help these girls. I understand they probably can't pay them more because of most of them, like, it's tough. The revenues are tough. But find a way to grow the product within your brand. What a foolish statement.
In every other league, the product has grown. We were watching, Marsh, you and I were talking about the Cowboys dynasty. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how you felt, but when I saw that Emmitt Smith signed his deal after holding out for a couple of weeks, it was like massive contract. And I think it was for like, and I'm going to just exaggerate, it was like 9 years, $1.5 million. The biggest deal ever. We all laughed, or I laughed, because we know what the contracts are now. The league has grown. Mm-hmm. So just grow.
Yeah. That's the purpose, or should be.
Is everybody jealous of each other in the WNBA, where it's like, we gotta get this, we gotta get that? Just grow the league, grow the product. If the revenues are there, more will be funded to the owners and the league and the players. Am I missing something here?
They got to figure out. They
just complain, like they're just complaining over and over and over and over again.
Everybody has to figure out a way to.
And Jamie's absolutely right. You're getting more eyeballs because of
we're getting everything more.
Caitlin Clark and then all the players, quite frankly, all the really good players, because now if there's more eyeballs on Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, they're also getting more eyeballs on Collier and Paige Beckers and all the other star players in the WNBA.
What do you think the purpose of her saying that about Caitlin Clark, that she should be
She's posturing up because they have this collective bargaining problem going on right now. So, in my opinion, she's posturing up for the league, basically saying like,
we are the ones.
That's right.
It's us.
You need us more than we need you.
And
we'll see about that.
Dumbest thing.
That sounds like something Rob Manfred would say.
But that's always how it comes down. Like, no league survives without the players.
Correct.
Like you've had strikes in every sport. Like if you don't have those, the NFL tried to have non-NFL players play. How'd that work out?
Not well, Carey. Not well at all.
Didn't go well. Right. So if players can, and that's always the hard part, because if players can collectively come together and say, you know what, if this doesn't happen, we're not going to play. The NFL, the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, WNBA, there will be no league. You can try to go with replacement players. You can try, the NFL could try to go get UFL players. A lot of those guys aren't the caliber or capable of playing to the level that you see every Sunday, Monday, or Thursday night. So if collectively these players can come together and say, hey, we are the ones that are driving this, not you.
Yeah.
Then you have something on your hands. But for me, Jamie, you are 100% correct. That is the commissioner saying, yeah, we are doing all of this. No, you're not. And the absent-mindedness for you to believe that you are that important without the people that are actually driving butts in seats is asinine to me.
Preach it.
Like, the WNBA,
it's an arrogance that you have.
It's unbelievable. it's like that is the worst business brain I've ever seen right there, because all of the girls, even the older veterans in the WNBA who are jealous of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and mostly Caitlin Clark because she's got the big numbers and I get that there's a little bit of a thing there, but collectively, if all of the basketball players were to get into a room and they're going to see the value of Caitlin Clark, of Angel Reese. That rivalry, those two in college started something that they didn't know they were going to start, and now it's carried to the WNBA. And now, Sophie Cunningham got in it last year because she stuck up for Caitlin Clark, and the WNBA is actually getting headlines now because of these women. So, my gosh, so dumb.
Before we get to question 2, Engelbert, the commissioner, did share with people that she was disheartened by Collier's comments. And quote, I have the utmost respect for Nafisa Collier and for all the players in the WNBA. Together we have all worked tirelessly to transform this league. My focus remains on ensuring a bright future for the players and the WNBA, including collaborating on how we can continue to elevate the game. I'm disheartened by how Nafisa characterized our conversations and league leadership. But even when our perspectives differ, my commitment to the players and to this work will not waver.
That's not true. But she didn't deny it either.
No.
She never said, I didn't say that. I'm just disappointed that she mentioned it. How dare you? And I want to work with, no, you don't. You work for most commissioners. All commissioners work for the owners.
Yep.
Your goal is to do what's in the owner's best interest, not your players.
Can I get a mulligan, please?
Yeah, right.
Come on, man.
Question number 2.
All right, this one comes from Grant Francis Fan Club. What has Kirill Kaprizov done to demand such a high salary? He doesn't play a premium position, only has had one 100-point season, no 50-goal seasons, and doesn't bring special intangibles. This only makes some sense to me if he were 22 rather than 28.
Yeah, well, he would have had a couple of 100-point seasons, if he was able to play. He played 81 games in 21-22, 108 points. Only 67 games the following year, 75 points. Then 96 points in 75 games. So, he's on pace he's essentially a 100-point player. He doesn't play a premium position, correct, but he is one of the most dominant players. He's top 10 for a guy in a league where it's really tough to get the puck from him. He's physical, he's big, he's got the wide skating gait, he's strong, he's a finisher. 47 goals, 40 goals, 46 goals. He's hovering around that 50-goal mark. And by the way, all of that with nobody else really on his team. Matt Zuccarello is one of the best players he's had. And nothing against Zuccarello, But, like, it's not like he's got other pieces around him.
It's not like he's got Leon Draisaitl.
Or, or even Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews.
Matt Boldy's a pretty good player.
Caulfield.
He is, but he's not of the ilk.
I get what you're saying.
He's not going to put him over the top.
Mm-hmm. I would say one of their better players is playing defense.
Yeah, Brock Faber.
Yes.
Great player.
Is it also that what we talked about in the office, he's next up?
Right place, right time, too.
It bothers me when people get so bothered. Like, it doesn't matter. He's up now. If he was up 2 years ago, he wouldn't be getting paid this.
He wouldn't. No, you're right. Because the salary cap was not determined yet. And so this year, the salary cap bumped up. He's still making his $9 million.
Right.
He's not having trouble making ends meet. Let's just be real here. But then it goes up again, I think, to like $100 and some million. So, yeah, he's the first in line. Just wait. Just wait till this offseason, or just wait until Vegas, Edmonton, all of these, Tampa Bay, all of these teams that have top 5 players in the NHL, like Eichel, McDavid, go down the list. They're all licking their chops now.
It makes you appreciate what the Blues have cultivated in terms of their roster construction and the contracts that they have. It makes me wish that they would maybe do something with Broberg and Holloway, especially if they go off this year. You might have to spend a little bit more money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
the Blues are in a good spot. Could they add a piece at the deadline or to really kind of put them over the top, depending on where they're at? Yeah, who knows? But they're in a really good spot, and if you really dive deep into it, they've got good young players that are going to cost them entry-level money coming in. So maybe that's when they take a sledgehammer to kill a housefly.
There you go.
Who knows?
Question number 3.
This next one comes from Clayton. What is your ideal NLCS /ALCS matchup? For Clayton, it's the Mariners and Yankees, allowing the Mariners to finally get their revenge.
Cubs, Cardinals.
All right.
And the NLCS. All right. Yep. That's my ideal matchup. I mean, that would be.
Talking about this season. And you know that.
Clarify that. He didn't clarify that. He didn't say that. Hey, how do you know? How do you know, Anthony, that person is talking about this year? You don't know that.
What did he mean?
He meant this season.
Did he say it? Did he say it?
Nobody mentioned 2 teams that are in the playoffs.
Come on.
All right, I'm gonna do it like this. I do not like the Padres or Dodgers. They can go fast lane themselves.
Oh, wow.
I don't like the Brewers, Cubs, or Reds. They can all go fast lane themselves. So I'll choose the Phillies.
You got rid of all the NL teams.
Yeah, I just want the Phillies to be in the NLCS. So I'll take the Phillies.
You got rid of every team.
I really like Mama Rivers. So I've got no problem with her Blue Jays.
You better backtrack today after what you said yesterday.
I got no problem with my father's Yankees. I don't like the Red Sox at all. Cleveland, no thank you. Detroit, we like Detroit. And I picked Seattle. So any of those teams that I mentioned, the American League, Toronto, New York, Detroit, or Seattle can make it to the ALCS. And they'll play the Phillies. If not,
the Brewers.
I will root against any of those other sleazy teams if they make it to the NL.
A Blue Jays-Phillies World Series would be pretty cool. It would be a rematch of the 93 World Series.
When Joe Carter took it home, baby.
That'd be cool.
I was at Wet Willie's in Sudbury, Ontario.
Yes, you were.
Saying South Beach?
No, not that one.
They got one there, too.
Close. Yes, they do.
Yes,
they do. Not quite the same place. I don't think it's a franchise.
Marshy, somebody else remembers that series. Moonshine, Joe Carter.
Oh, that's Sonny.
That documentary.
Hold up.
Sonny Gray?
No.
Sonny Liston?
You guys are talking. I'm trying to. Sonny Koufax.
Sonny Koufax.
Wow.
Yeah. Sandy's brother.
Yeah. They were at Hooters.
Son. They were.
They're at Hooters.
Yep.
Couldn't be hotter. Hooters.
Yeah.
You know how Canadian moonshine hits me? Hell yes.
By the way, the World Series logo, I'm into this stuff. They
there it is.
The logo from the 90s, it has returned.
Has it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's like a newer version, but it's like the old 90s World Series logo. It's pretty cool.
All right. Part two of
They've
this.
had some bad logos lately.
Part two of the Sports Six Pack is next. Your Comfort Service text line is 314-399-9646. Keep those questions coming in. Again, part two of the Six are next.
have a question. It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
All right, part two of the Sports Six Pack is right now. 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. Still some time to send in your questions. Marsh, what do we got for a question 4?
Question number 4.
From the 314, what would you think of Bloom if he said something like this? I am here not to make the same boneheaded decisions that happened, especially these last 3 years, and these are the boneheaded decisions.
Oh.
And he
laid him out?
Yeah.
I would love it. Nah.
No, it's not. We would love it, but you can't do it that way.
Throw the person.
No.
You know.
He handled it right.
You can't throw him under the bus.
I thought he was very respectful to John Mozeliak as well as should. He thanked him for this time. Talked about him, having a sense of humor and, just kind of help share his experiences. So I thought it was all good. Thought he did well. But for radio purposes, that would have been awesome if he said all that stuff.
Did you guys, and Jamie brought this up earlier, talking about maybe he won't make a bold decision. I listened to that and heard I won't be making any rash or dumb decisions.
Well, that's a good start.
It works better if you talk.
Yeah, you got to talk into the mic.
Well, that's a good start.
There you go.
Thank you, Carey. I don't have my glasses on.
You've only been doing this for a number of years.
Marsh, do you have another question?
Yeah, where did I looked at my screen and all of a sudden Jamie went disappeared.
He had to get his glasses so he could hear.
Oh.
It really works that way. Well, this was so he could talk, though, so I don't know.
I don't know, Carey. It's all connected somehow,
Glasses and earbuds so you can talk.
Leg bone connected to the hip bone, hip bone connected to the,
Yeah.
Okay.
Question number 5.
Leg bone connected to the hip bone. Hip bone connected to the leg bone.
The backbone.
I don't know. That's how that goes.
No, that's right.
All right.
I think that's about.
Okay.
That's what I grew up.
Look,
Canadian
it's right.
version.
It's fine.
I think it's completely wrong.
It's spot on.
I don't think you guys know what you're talking about.
Don't question it.
So now you're questioning that?
Don't you dare question that.
You're right.
Must be Canadian education.
Oh, now we're going after the Canadian education system?
How dare you?
How would you know what the Canadian education system is?
I am a scholar. I am a scholar.
How would you even know?
I graduated on time.
You did.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to
Never went to college.
Everyone that...
But you proved that teacher wrong.
You did.
I did.
And you should have told him.
He knew.
He knew.
It is better when you don't say anything.
Well, because if you say something, then it's like, I knew you turn into an arrogant ass.
Yeah.
No.
You just look at him like,
I was like, nice
how
to
does it
see
feel?
you. How do you like watching me on Saturday nights? I didn't say that. What? No, I didn't say that, Anthony.
Wow.
You should have.
No. It's not nice.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. It works better when you don't say anything and they just got to stew in it.
Yeah.
Like, does he remember me saying that? Why doesn't he?
Yeah, that's it.
Why doesn't he? Is he cool with me? Does he like me? Yeah, it's good.
Does he know me?
Yeah.
Does he remember?
Oh, I remember.
I remember.
I remember you. You piece of... Go ahead, Marsh.
Question number 5.
From the 636, could you root for a team that had the worst uniforms in the world if they were your home team? If they're your favorite team?
Yeah. Yeah.
Marshy could not.
Marshy could not.
He
Yeah.
could not.
I'd be so
yeah.
If the Vikings had the worst uniforms in the league, he would be a Packers fan.
Or a bad logo.
He would root for another team in his division before he rooted for him.
I would have never chose them after the Rams left if they had a bad uniform.
Wow.
There you go. So who would have gotten eliminated?
Oh, so at that time, this was what, around 2015, give or take?
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Would absolutely, the Blake Bortles led Jacksonville
like the
Jaguars.
black
with the
Jags
with the
uniforms?
black helmet and the gold. That was horrible.
Did you see that?
They look like,
it's like a fade or something.
That uniform was almost in a Super Bowl, by the way.
Yeah, that's true.
That would have
They
been
beat
bad.
Pittsburgh that
Thankfully,
year in the playoffs.
Jamie's Patriots.
Yeah, they beat us. I was at that game. They came to Pittsburgh. If I'm not mistaken, they came to Pittsburgh and beat us.
And won. And then the following week lost to New England. You and I watched that game.
I was in Pittsburgh.
Never
for that
mind.
Game.
The New England game, the FC Championship game?
The Pittsburgh Jacksonville game. I was in Pittsburgh.
The following week, you and I watched that because that was when Marsh's Vikings went to Philly.
Man, that was bad.
When they should have been going to... Actually, they should have stayed home to host Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
Oh, man.
Bad times?
Whoa, Bob Wagon says Vikings do have a bad logo in Jersey. That's wrong.
Oh, no.
Kidding me? I do wish, though, they'd go back to those they wore them against the Falcons. The classic uniforms, those are crispy. They wore them against the Falcons on Sunday
night?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Those are nice. I like
All right,
those
so
a lot.
who now has the worst uniforms? Cleveland?
Are we talking NFL or just in general?
No, NFL.
It's always Cleveland.
I like the Browns uniforms.
Cleveland's terrible. It really is bad.
I'll tell you, as the worst thing in the NHL is the Carolina Hurricanes.
Now they are.
They're terrible, horrible.
Yeah,
not good.
Not good.
Not good at all. NFL though, I think most of them look pretty good. Some of like the alternate uniforms are not really fans of.
Yeah, let's just go with
But like a standard, their standard uniforms. I think most of the teams have pretty good. You know, I'm not a big fan of the big numbers that the Falcons have, but for the most part, like it's not a horrible uniform.
They wore an all black on Sunday. I'm sorry, man. Those things are sweet. I know people don't like them. I get it. But when they go,
Are you actually giving your team credit for something?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, write this down.
You know what, though, as Jamie might point out at some point when he figures it out, it's the things that people don't like. Like, people don't like the Falcons uniforms. Then I'm like, I kind of like them things.
You know what we call Anthony? We call him the
An
salmon.
antagonist?
No, the salmon.
Oh, sorry.
You know why?
I hate salmon.
No.
He swims upstream.
Because the water's going one way,
Yeah, he swims
and
the other
Anthony's
direction.
swimming upstream.
Yeah,
we
it's a
call
good
my
workout.
son Ashton the salmon because we'd be like, hey, how about pizza tonight when he was a kid? Everybody, yeah, I hate pizza. Okay. How about burgers? Everybody, yeah. I don't want burgers. I like chicken. Okay. The salmon. And no matter what, he's always swimming upstream.
One, I hate salmon. Two, Jamie's absolutely 1,000% correct. Here's the thing.
How do you not like salmon?
Oh, salmon's awful.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
It depends.
Oh, man, salmon's
If it's
terrible.
cooked,
Nice cooked. Some of the salmon they use in the sushi.
Salmon's like the fishy fit. Like it's just smells terrible,
It is a
tastes
fish.
terrible. It's the
is a
fishiest of fish.
I don't know about that.
No.
What fish?
Carry your thoughts.
It's too fishy.
Huh? It is a fish.
Jamie's right, though.
Anthony, that's
I am
a
a pain
terrible.
in the
That's
ass.
a bad take. Salmon's awesome.
No, it's not.
Next thing you're going to
but-
say you hate tuna.
Nah, I'm fine with
Hey,
it.
that's a fishy fish.
It smells. Definitely smells.
But you can mix it up with some mayo. It's solid. What? Tuna fish? Yeah.
Not tuna.
What? What fish do you like?
Tilapia.
You like catfish?
No.
So you don't like fish at all?
He likes bluegill.
Honestly, I don't like fish.
Just saying that. Just
like-
came to that
Do you
realization.
like fish and chips, like fried fish?
Yeah.
Like fried catfish.
Like cod or something.
So you're a child.
Sure. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with my choices.
Oh, man.
Anyways, what I was going to say 45 minutes ago is God has punished me for being that way because now I have a child like that. Any guesses on the three that is exactly like that?
Oh, it's got to be Lincoln.
I think it's Killian.
It's Killian.
Is
it?
He will sit there and choose the opposite, and I'm like, I kind of have to respect it. All right, go ahead, Marsh. Fried grouper, yeah, that's good. Gator says fried grouper.
Fish
Go with that.
sticks.
Fish sticks.
Captain Eyeliner.
All right, last question here from the 618. I have a 5 and 3-year-old that I want to get into hockey.
I thought you were going to say I want to get rid of.
Can you guys help? No, we can't.
That's terrible.
All right, to get into hockey, let's go.
Anyways,
all right.
I don't know how to play or know how to skate. Where would be a good place to teach them how to skate? Would like to get them into the Little Blues camp.
Yeah, that's exactly where I would steer anybody who has a young child that has never skated before. The Little Blues program, it operates out of the Centene Community Ice Center. It's sponsored by First Community Bank, and what it is you sign up your child, little boy, little girl, and you get all of the gear, head to toe, stick and skates, all the most expensive stuff. And it used to be for like only $250. I think it's still in and around that. And you also get 6 ice sessions on the ice. So if your children love hockey, they keep the gear and keep on playing and go to their local team to their Learn to Skate or Learn to Play program. Then you sign up for a camp at synergyhockeyskills.com.
Absolutely.
Just happened. But if they don't, for some reason, fall in love with hockey, which it happens, you still have a very small investment on the gear and the ice time and all that stuff. It's way better to find out that way than to, keep kicking the can down the road. I highly recommend the program, Little Blues program.
There you go. All right, when we return, will the Cardinals operate under the Rays model? This is one of the biggest fears of some Cardinals fans. It has kept them up at night. It has ruined them. Will they operate like the Rays? We'll tell you next on 101 ESPN. Auto Centers Nissan Herculaneum, just minutes from South County. You will find a wide selection of vehicles. In fact, they have over 1,000 vehicles in one location. In their dealership, they're fantastic. At one massive location, again, right off I-55 in Herculaneum, you can find new Nissans, you can find pre-owned vehicles. If you're shopping used, they've got you covered there. They've got great deals going on. Right now, in fact, you could take advantage of 0% APR for 60 months, zero down and no payments for 3 months on the 2025 Rogue, Pathfinder, and Murano, all built in the United States and backed by Nissan's top ranking in the latest J.D. Power initial quality study. They also have, with every new Nissan, comes with their rock bottom dealer pricing, their exclusive lifetime warranty, and a 30-day return promise. Within 30 days, if you aren't 100% satisfied, bring the vehicle back. They'll refund your money, and they'll find something else for you. So head to Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum. Visit them online at autocentersnissan.com. When you do go to the dealership, tell them Stalter sent you.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. If you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. After the show, we'll have Blues and Stars pregame starting at 6 o'clock. Puck drop will be at 7. Coming up next, though, we're going to dive back into what Chaim Bloom had to say earlier today as he met with the media. Will the Cardinals operate under the Rays model? We'll discuss it next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Chaim said all the right things. I'm still waiting for action, which he'll have to prove. But he's saying all the right things. I think the DeWitts need a little bit of some PR help because I feel like they're still saying the same thing that they have in the past several years. That's just kind of made fans mad. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Chaim does and see if he can back up his words. He's saying the right things. Let's just see if he can do the right things.
All right. That was our guy Clayton, who left us a mic drop. Chaim Bloom addressed the media today. One of the things he discussed, or one of the things he was actually asked, was whether or not the Cardinals will retain players once they've already once they have developed, and it's clear that the market now dictates that they get a big contract. Will the Cardinals actually retain those players? If they don't, essentially, will they become the Rays? And I think our guy Randy Carricker asked the question. Here's Chaim Bloom's response.
With respect to the Rays, I think one of the things that has made the Rays so successful over the years is that they do it their way. They do it in the way that makes sense for them. You can't copy-paste that, or you shouldn't try. The whole reason it works is because, and I was part of this for a while, and they've continued to do it. You figure out what you need to do to be the best organization in your circumstances. Every organization is different. Obviously here, this organization's been built on and won with these kind of tentpole players that have been here for a long time. Obviously you can't do that with everybody necessarily, and you shouldn't do that with everybody. And this organization at many points has actually benefited from staying disciplined with that, but it's also benefited from keeping players here. So when it's the right type of player in person, we're certainly still going to look for opportunities to do that, and we can win that way.
I don't think that the Cardinals are going to, quote unquote, operate like the Rays. I believe him when he says you need to do it your own way. Yeah. And I do think that, let's just take Mason Wynn for an example. I do think that when the time comes, the Cardinals won't look to trade Mason Wynn. They'll look to re-sign him. They'll look to pay him and keep him here in St. Louis. I know that this is one of the big fears of Cardinals fans with Chaim Bloom, who was in that front office with the Rays. They'll operate like the Rays do. I don't think that's going to be the case. Number one reason is because they don't have to. The Rays have to operate that way. They have to trade players before they hit the open market because they're not going to be able to retain them.
So that they can get something in return.
Exactly.
Keep them going in the direction that they're going in.
Keep the machine rolling.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel the same way? Do you trust that they're not going to become the Rays model, quote unquote?
I think I do. I just can't imagine that you'd bring in Chaim Bloom to turn your team into the Rays. I don't mean that from a negative standpoint, because the Rays have managed to stay relevant for a really long time, and every year they're kind of sort of in the discussion, and yet every year they have turnover and they don't hang on to players and all the things that we would really hate to see here in Cardinal Nation. If you've got a good young player that's producing for you, you try to keep that player so that the next good young player you can add to the mix, and all of a sudden you have a real contending team. I don't think Chaim Bloom is going to operate like that. I think that looking back on Chaim Bloom's track record, he was in Tampa and he was forced to operate like that. Then he went to Boston and he became the Grim Reaper at that point. They forced him to get rid of They basically told him, do what you did in Tampa here in Boston. Now,
Right.
Get rid of all the talent, get rid of all the high-priced stuff, and go find us the young guys, which he did. He had his marching orders. I don't think those marching orders are going to be the same here in St. Louis. I think the marching orders are going to be like, get us back to prominence. Fill Busch Stadium. However you need to do it, as long as it's not spending $200 million a year, do that.
Right.
So I don't see him doing that.
I think you hit the nail on the head. He was in Tampa and he was given direction. He was in Boston. He was given direction. He's in St. Louis now, and he will be given direction. So all of the things that people complain about, the complaints, in my opinion, have been directed at the wrong person. If you are upset about the Cardinals not spending or them not doing X or Y or Z, then the complaints should be directed at the DeWitts because they are the ones that give the orders, just like the orders were given in Tampa, like they were given in Boston. Whatever this team is based on what the ownership will allow it to be. If they're not willing to, and couple that with making sound decisions with the budget that you are given, right? If you are... We talk about groceries all the time. If you're on a budget, you might not be able to get the name brand stuff. You might have to get the generic brand.
Right.
It tastes just as good, though, Jamie.
Some of it tastes better.
Some of it, and some of it, if you put it in a different box, you don't even know.
That's a good point.
That's how you fool the kids. Yeah. You can put some of those.
You lying, you know what?
Well, you just...
I mean, you put it in a different box.
You can swap out the boxes, or you can put it in a container. Huh. No, you put it in a box that is the same. Yeah, you get the cereal is.
So you buy Fruit Loops one time, and then the next time you get Fruit Frenzy.
Now
you put Fruit Frenzy in
the
Fruit Loops.
Loop box.
I got you.
Nobody knows.
Wow.
Yeah. So you buy some Cinnamon Toast Crunch one time, but then you get some.
You spend the one time.
Yeah.
And then you
get some cinnamon squares the next time.
Bingo.
Boy, that's smart.
In the box. Nobody complains.
I'm going to start doing that to Killian.
Nobody knows.
He'll have no idea.
Or you just put it in a container, take the box, throw it the hell away, and it looks the same.
Madeline will figure it out, though.
But that's the play, is you get those Tupperware
there you go.
cereal things,
Yes.
that seal,
dump it.
and you just dump it, and then the kids never know.
They never know. What is this, Dad? Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course
Cinnamon
it is.
Squares, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You never know.
I can see Madeline, though, sitting there, like, eating it, and then her eyes will just look at me.
She won't know.
And, she'll know.
That's when you just lie to her.
She'll know.
That's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But you got to make sure you take the box.
Oh, Maddie, I'm sorry. You don't believe, Dad? Oh, you're not hungry for breakfast. That's fine. I'll take that cereal. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy your lunch.
Knowing Maddie, she would find me at some point later in the day or even wait a day or two because she's patient. And she'll come to me and she'll be like, hey, I know those Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That ain't Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you don't want Killian and Lincoln to find out, you're going to...
We got to talk.
We got to talk.
Yeah.
What's in it for me? That would be Madeline.
And you're going to throw an extra $5 in there.
Yeah. For my trouble.
You're buying my silence.
Yes, that's correct. All of a sudden, I'm out money and thought I was saving it.
Kristen's like, why is Madeline head to toe in Lululemon? I don't know. She must have found it. That's garage sale.
That's her damn mother again. Son of a. Look, she's out there buying stuff. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. What we learned, 3 stars of the day next.
With over 2 decades of family ownership and operation, E&B Granite is St. Louis's trusted name when it comes time to renovate your kitchen, your bathroom, or an outdoor space that you've got. E&B offers an extensive selection of custom countertops. They've got soapstone, granite, marble, you name it, right there on the premises, and you can walk back there and take a look at it for yourself. They've got great cabinets for all budgets. And whether you have a higher budget, lower budget, they've got something for you. And they've got great flooring with different colors and patterns and all of the great things available. So please get down to 6135 Manchester Avenue. Talk to the in-house design staff. Tell them what your vision is, and then let the experts help you accomplish all of what you're trying to do, whether it's your kitchen, your bathroom, or that outdoor living space. It helps, too, if you call ahead, book an appointment. When you call, though, tell them Jamie Rivers sent you in. That number is 314-645-9300. That's 314-645-9300. Or you can always visit enbgranite.com. Remember, ENB Granite, luxury for less in Missouri and Illinois.
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast, available at 101ESPN.com. Also via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. The podcast brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today. Jamie, what'd you learn?
Oh, I learned today that almost every other betting website had the bet that I wanted, except for the one that we use here in the fast lane. And I learned that we'll have to revisit that in the future.
Yes. Carey.
I learned that Marsh has become very spiteful, and it's your fault. You and you.
Yep. Yeah. Do tell.
Yeah.
No,
No,
right.
you did it. You set out to break this handsome young lad, and you've succeeded.
Break him?
Break him. Yeah,
we've helped him evolve.
Agreed.
His spirits were on cloud nine.
Yeah. Cardinals broke him long time ago.
The Minnesota Vikings, but you pushed him
and that
over
was
the
your
hump.
fault too.
See? Your fault.
Wow.
See? The spiders.
Goes back to 2022.
It's well within him.
Jeez. I tried to help you that day.
And you crushed my spirit. Haven't made the postseason since.
Yeah, but life is tough, Marshy. Anthony's actually getting you prepared for, adversity.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah. If you can't deal with adversity amongst your friends, imagine what it's like with strangers.
Well said. Well said. Marsh, what'd you learn?
I learned that you don't like fish, which is...
I think he learned
not
that today,
strange, but also kind of strange, though,
I like fried fish.
Yeah, no, fried fish is good. I don't understand the salmon. Like, you don't like salmon. Samon's
terrible.
See, I disagree.
Wholeheartedly, but,
Salmon's nasty. It smells. Thank you, Jimmy.
You're not a salmon fan?
It took him a couple of segments
what fish
to
do you
become
like?
brave.
What fish do you prefer?
I like all kinds of fish, Carey.
Anything but salmon.
He doesn't like fish at all.
I told you I'd eat fried cod and grouper.
Fish. That's the kids' menu.
You know what? He likes the fish sticks with that little fish on the box that's smiling.
With the tartar sauce?
Yeah. He's got the little cup. Look, it's got sauce. No? Little dessert too with it.
That's a Lunchable, and Marsh had one earlier.
I did. It was good.
Lunchables are underrated.
They're very good.
Kind of overrated.
I learned that if any of you guys have issues, you just blame me. Any problems at all, you just go ahead and blame me.
Well, it's your show.
It's not just you. I blame anybody but me.
He actually...
We saw that with Marsh. He fast laned right up today, and he looked at Marsh, and he meant it. And he goes, "This is your fault.
This is my fault."
Which fight was
that? He didn't listen and doesn't
he didn't show you
how to type in a website on a
Well,
computer.
you were in the office when I asked him. He's like, "Would you help your opponent?" Man, he's out of the freaking thing.
That is true. He goes, "Hey, how do I find this?" And I looked at you, Anthony, and I said, "Hey, Anthony, if we were playing football, would I give you my playbook?" And you said no.
If you were so far behind in the game, it wouldn't matter, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, you're always in the game.
I got a story for you that I won't tell right now because we're running out of time, but
walk him.
Walk him. Keep us in the game. Always in the damn game.
Down 7-3.
It worked out, didn't it?
It certainly did. All right, Marsh, what else? What do you got for 3 stars of the day?
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
Well, guys, apparently there's a new bone in the human body, and that is the big bone, and it is our 3rd star of the day.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it is.
Femur is the biggest bone in your body.
Yeah.
What's the largest organ?
That's a very good
depends
question.
who you are.
Skin.
Nice.
The
That should be
skin.
a random question.
Epidermis?
Yes, the epidermis.
Yes, the epidural.
2nd star goes out to salmon.
Oh, yeah?
No,
All right.
can't get on board with
Salmon.
that. No. Jamie, don't clap.
I don't know.
You don't like salmon either.
I was just following. Yeah.
Salmon's terrible.
1st star of the day goes out to the listeners for sending us mic drops and, of course, texting in, talking about Chaim Bloom. It's a new era of Cardinals
I should
baseball.
give it to Chaim.
Way to go, Cardinal fans.
You know, give it to Chaim.
Way to go. Cardinals fans going to the World
Super Bowl.
Series.
They can go to the Super Bowl, too.
Oh, those Cardinals aren't.
There's no chance of
No,
those
the Cardinal fans here can go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, they can.
The hell?
But they're not going to. Yep.
Probably not.
That'll do it for us. Blues, Stars, pregame in 5 minutes for Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. See you.